And we're live. Good afternoon, ladies and gents, and welcome to Curtin University and here in Perth for the AGL final round with WA Raiders facing off against the Queensland Sun Devils. It's a crunch game today. Winner takes all. Both teams coming in undefeated today, 3-0 records, with this being a deciding game in the tournament. So both teams are in it to win it. There's nothing left after this. It's a beautiful day again today in Perth. It's probably about 25 degrees. Doctor seems to have taken a bit of a break today, so there's not much breeze blowing through.
Coming in, the female doctor.
But it is a beautiful sunny day, beautiful clear skies, not a cloud in the sky. It's been dry all week, so the field feels great, and this is going to be a great opportunity for both teams and a great day for football. You've got me, Ben Giff, and Geordie Kickett, both from the West Coast Wolverines, with you again today. Hopefully you enjoyed us talking last time, and we didn't bore you too much, but they've invited us back again.
Looks like WA are going to get the ball to start. Queensland kicking off. Brant Honda back to return, and Vince Villicano, the two danger men for WA.
So we'll get a chance to talk about WA offence in a second first. A slightly short kick there coming up.
Short kick, trying to keep it away from Honda and Villicano.
And it's stopped very quickly by the Queensland Sun Devils, which will bring up our first drive, giving WA first down and 10 at roughly their own 20-yard line to kick off. So that's not a bad start for WA, but good special teams stop by the Sun Devils. Be interesting to see today. It's the first time these two teams have played against each other this year. Geordie and I were discussing on the way in today about key factors for the Raiders. It's definitely going to be, one of them is going to be Ben Gastrov standing in the pocket. He's done a good job standing in the pocket and taking the hits this tournament. And I think that's going to be a key against this Queensland defence, who have a habit of throwing six forward in the early stages of the game.
It looks like we might have a
re-kick.
Yeah.
Didn't see a flag, but apparently we're going to re-kick.
Yeah, unfortunately we haven't got the greatest viewpoint today, but we are standing basically amongst the Queensland sideline. But
what you can see on your camera, we are directly underneath. So we do apologise if some of our calls are a bit delayed or a bit difficult. We are looking through 35 players at the minute. Kick is off again, very low line drive. High bounce off to Hegney. Hegney, good run, not much, but takes it back to the...
short of the 40.
Yeah, it's going to be about the 36. So they're going to spot it at the 35-yard line. So that's going to give you WA first and 10 at the 35-yard line to start this game. Offense coming out to show what they've got. One thing I did note about both teams before this game today when I was watching the scout video was they're the two teams in the tournament have shown the most versatility. Whilst both have started in a spread on offense, WA showed their versatility going to the two-back set last week with Drew Shelford, Theatre in the backfield.
And Doug Stewart towards the end of the game.
And Doug Stewart. And Queensland also coming out predominantly in a spread and trips formation, but have been coming out with two backs as well. WA start with the two backs, go straight out into an I-back formation, and it's going to be a handoff and stopped straight away. 96 and 27 for the Queensland Sun Devils. That would be Ryan Newton and Adneil Thompson teaming up together there for the stop. Just nowhere to go on that one. Do apologise if you're getting a bit of interference through here. We're just trying to sort it out. Thank you. So WA nothing on their first run. It actually goes for a loss of about 3. So that brings up second down 13 at the 32-yard line.
You mentioned the WA run game. WA struggled to get it going in the first two games. And again, first one's been stuffed. But hopefully they'll be looking to get that run game going.
Going back to that spread formation, I think good pick up by Hegney, who gets up for the first down. A little bit of a late tip, but I think it's going to be a flag.
A very late flag thrown.
It's going to be a late hit on the cornerback on that one. As I said, WA went back to the 4-wide formation there, the spread formation. I think that's going to be key with Queensland throwing forward 6 in blitz quite often. You've got the opportunity to exploit those slot receivers, but if they're throwing so many blitzers up. So that's going to be something for them. And also, it shuts down a lot of the running game with that many blitzers coming through. Flag against WA.
Penalty goes against number 1, who I believe is Brant Honda.
It is Brant Honda. I didn't hear what the penalty was, though.
And, yeah, the reception there made by Luke Hegney, he's definitely one to watch this game. Ben Gastrov, I've built a rapport with him over the last few games and targeted him quite a lot. So.
Definitely, he has come out as a key target. Okay, so that's going to bring up, we've got it marked first down.
And the down markers.
First down and 10. Moving back to the 33-yard line for WA. Going back to that spread formation, Gastrov takes the snap. He's hit, here we go, hitting that short pass. Fumble forced by Queensland. Bounced outside, lucky for WA there. But that is going to push them back even further. That's going to push them back 1 more yard. So it's going to bring up second down and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Siobhan Richardson there with the fumble.
Late flag coming in from the Sun Devils sideline side.
And I'd say that might be on Siobhan Richardson there again, the player who had the fumble, doing push-ups in the backfield. Not something I wouldn't bring much attention to myself if I just fumbled it out of bounds.
No, I wouldn't. But equally, from a flag point of view, I imagine they're going to flag it for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's a silly penalty. I mean, it's difficult to call that an unsportsmanlike conduct. It was a punishment, and anyone that plays football understands what that was going to be. But there's a time and place. There's a time and place.
Not in the middle of the game.
No. So that's a silly, silly penalty, which is going to bring up second down and 16, I believe. Sorry, second down and 26 for the WA Raiders. Second down and 26. And penalties like that are unforgivable.
Yes.
You can't have that.
You can't have that. And we've now got second down and a mile. Queensland getting the ideal start there close.
Yeah, exactly. So we have very restricted view from our position, but it looks like they're in spread formation. Ben Gastrov back to pass again. Passes up to Hegney, who makes the reception, but he's going to be stopped short of the stick. So it's going to bring up third down and about 14, 15 for WA. So third down and 14, 15 for WA. WA is stringing together short bursts, but they're not getting that breakaway on this opening drive, and silly penalties and silly mistakes driving them back.
And good defence from Queensland. Obviously that one Hegney made the catch, but no yards after the catch because
Queensland have shown a staunch defence during this tournament, but what I have noticed is they do have some soft spots in their secondary, which I imagine Ben Gastrov will be looking to exploit with two of the best receivers in WA, in Australia out there today. There's a deep pass to Hegney, and it's caught. It's caught for reception.
Really
big first down. Takes
over the top of the quarterback. That's going to bring it up to about the
26, 27-yard line for WA, so it's a first down. First down for WA, 27-yard line and driving. That was a great reception by Hegney. And exactly the point I was just making about the Sun Devils have shown a softness in their secondary during the...
Yeah, the cornerback was there, just unable to make a play on the ball, and a really good catch from Hegney.
And that's what I say, with two of the best receivers arguably in Australia, Daniel Strickland and now Hegney coming through. WA have lost Blake Markley this game, which is going to be a hit, but Hegney really stepping up to the plate and becoming a preferred target for Ben Gastrov.
Yeah, three targets already in the first drive. So.
Back to spread formation. Get pressure, but Ben takes off. Ben Gastrov takes off.
Gets about 4 on that.
That's good.
3 or 4 yards on the play.
It's going to bring up about second down and 6 at the 25-yard line-ish. There's a man down. Can't see past the referee at the moment.
Ben Gastrov.
It is Ben Gastrov down, but he's getting back up slowly.
Yeah, we highlighted it last time. Ben Gastrov, definitely a pocket passer, but an intelligent quarterback knows when to get out of there when he hasn't got the time. So
definitely
turning a potential loss then into a gained play. So
definitely. Oh, another really late flag, which I can only assume is going to be a sideline. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct from the sideline, I think, on Ben Gastrov.
Yep. Ben Gastrov.
I could just see some pacing and talking in the distance, and I'm assuming that was a bit of chippiness from Ben. Well, and again, that's a silly mistake. You've got to keep your emotions in check, especially in a game like this.
Sidelines, so they may have said he has to go off for a play because he stayed down for a little bit extra time. So we've got Nathan McCann coming into the game.
First snap for Nathan McCann this tournament, I believe.
No, he played a little bit in the last game, and he played a little bit towards the end of the last game. But yeah, certainly wouldn't have expected to see him this early.
This early, no. So WA go back to that spread formation, 4 wide. Queensland with 4 very deep, but blitzing from deep. Run up the middle, stopped for nothing. Tackled by number 1 for Queensland, Louis Baressa of the Brisbane Wildcats. Queensland showing that staunch defence at the minute. Like I said, they are aggressive and they do have a habit of blitzing from all over.
And, on the carry there, Damien Bluey Donaldson wasn't going to suit up at all this tournament. He's come in for this game. Was only going to be a special teams player, and we've got on the first drive he's at running back. So, are we surprised? No.
Not even slightly. Okay, WA, Ben Gastrell back in at QB, back to this spread formation, back to pass. Sticking with those short passes off to number 7 for WA.
Denzel Purnell.
So Denzel Purnell making the reception, but way short of the sticks. It's going to bring up 4th down and 14 following the penalty that pushed them back.
Zell playing predominantly cornerback this tournament, and obviously, coming in at wide receiver this game. So,
and with the defence coming on, I did promise to do a quick shout out today to Pat Burling's mum, who has been in hospital this week, but has told the doctor she's not sick anymore because there's no way she's missing the game. So I know she's tuned in online. So Pat's mum, hello, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there for tomorrow.
Okay, Bluey out there to punt, which is where we expected him to be.
Nice short driving punt, good bounce. Picked up by, can't see through the players unfortunately, so I can't tell you much what's going on. Good break down the sideline, eventually pushed out of bounds. It's number 15 for the Queensland Sun Devils.
Young for Queensland there, getting a really good, getting about 20 extra yards on the play.
Brings it back to the 32, 33 yard line for Queensland, so pretty much back to their starting position.
There is some laundry on the play, there's a flag out there at the moment. Waiting to see what that call is.
A little bit of chippiness, a little bit of talk.
National championship game, you expect a little bit, but you still want everyone to stay disciplined, but you expect there to be a little bit of extra feeling in this game.
I must admit, I've been disappointed with WA's unsportsmanlike flags in the first quarter. I mean, given last game that we called here, they certainly...
Especially from one of your leaders.
Yeah, they had hardly any flags in the first half of the last game here. They kept very quiet, they kept their heads. And seeing 2 unsportsmanlike conduct flags already for silly things, you just need to keep your heads.
Yeah, I imagine Coach Honda would be saying something like that on the sidelines, like trying to settle everyone down. Like I say, a bit of extra feeling, but we don't want to be giving extra yards away to anyone. So.
There was another unsportsmanlike conduct, this time against Queensland Sun Devils, didn't get a number. That brings up their first drive, 1st and 10 at the 9 yard line. Now this is danger zone for Queensland because we all know the pressure that the WA linebackers can get from here. You've got Pat Burling, Jonathan Bielowicz in the middle there, and we both know the pressure they can come through with. So, just looking to see what Queensland come out with now. WA in a 4-3, 4-4 formation by the looks of it. Safety, single deep safety.
Queensland back to pass.
Back to pass, deep pass straight off the bat. Miscommunication because there was no receiver there.
No receiver even in the ballpark there. Queensland looking to air it out early.
Queensland have a couple of key players that I noted from the previous scout, namely, most notably, Darius Holiday-Miller. If he gets hold of that ball in open field or if he gets a gap on the line, and Queensland have for years and have proven again this tournament to have one of the best offensive lines in the country. So if they can utilise that and open up the gaps, Holiday-Miller might have a field day. So the linebackers have to be aware. To be honest, their depth at running back at Queensland. Back to pass again. Takes it himself, he tucks it and runs, taking off, and he stopped for a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. So that was number 12 for the Queensland Sun Devils, Thomas Corwin in at QB at the moment. But they have such depth at their running back at Queensland from what I was watching from the scout video. They've got 3 running backs who are all capable of being starters on this team. So you've really got to be aware of that, and that does make you quite honest to the run, which I'm guessing they're hoping is going to open up the deeper pass.
Yeah, and WA secondary has shown some gaps as well.
They have, and at the moment they are running a single deep, but they've dropped Max Bethel back into deep now, so they've got a 2 deep cover now. Queensland was single back, trips to the right, back to pass, ball out, short pass to 89, stopped just after the first down marker, so that'll be a first down and 10 for Queensland at the 20-yard line.
89, Robbie Corcutt, tight end, Griffin Uni Thunder.
That was a good awareness of his field position, made the catch, didn't put himself unnecessarily on offer and offer up the ball for a pick or a strip. Jonathan Bielowitz, number 42 for WA, coming in and making the tackle. Queensland coming out in spread formation. No, empty backfield, passing formation, passes out to number 14, tackled and stopped just short of the first down. That's going to bring up a second down and about 2 at the 28-yard line.
WA D-line not getting a huge amount of pressure in the Vic game, better in the South Australia game, but this game I think it's going to be really important because that Queensland line very good, and as you've already pointed out, the Queensland running backs really good, so WA need their line to get some pressure in and get some penetration in there.
And now Queensland have gone to a single back, and what I was just about to say is I can see that this passing game is being designed to set up a run with that O-line being so strong. They've lulled WA into moving the safety back, and I'm expecting an inside run very soon.
Yep, there you go,
and there
right
it is.
There. Straight up the middle.
And that's exactly what I was saying and exactly what I expected. To be honest, if I was coaching this game, that's exactly what I'd be doing. Keep building the spread, keep building the confidence in the pass, make them start dropping back their safety, dropping back their linebackers, and then hit them with a short run to Goff.
And as we saw in the Vic game, WA didn't have a lot of answers to the running game. Hopefully they've been working on it. I'm sure they have been. But yeah, they're able to get a big gain. Pat Burling coming over the top to make the tackle.
Well, anyone who scouted this game would know how strong the Queensland running game is. Queensland going back to 3-1 left in a bunch formation, single back. I'm expecting possibly a play action here. Hard counter draw off line.
But there was movement.
But there's going to be movement on the O-line.
On the O-line, I would say.
I think there was a bit of an infringement in the neutral zone, but he got back out before the snap, so that's going to be a movement on the O-line.
Yeah, the hard count there, designed to draw the defense off, but offense moving first. Anytime offense moves first, you're going to draw a false start penalty on you.
Oh, absolutely. That draws a false start, 5-yard loss for the Queensland Sun Devils. Still first down, brings up first down and 15 at the 35-yard line. WA have pulled their safety back down, so they've gone back to one high, probably anticipating that run. They've gone for a spread formation, empty backfield at the moment from the looks of it, so it's definitely going to be a pass. Ball gone deep, good firearm, great pick. Picked up off the tip and being run back. Great running, he's still going. He's going to be taken down eventually at the 25-yard line. Great pick by WA there off the tipped pass.
Denzel Purnell, who we highlighted, was just on offense as well. So also starting at cornerback, picking up the tipped ball and the tip drill there.
It was a high pass, tipped by the receiver. Look, if that had been hauled in, that would have been an amazing pass. But the tip set it up. Denzel Purnell having the awareness about him to see what was going on, get that pick, and bring it all the way back.
Early turnovers, something
to
that
30-yard
I'm sure
line.
the WA defense would have put a focus on.
Changes the tone of a game completely. Changes the tone of the game completely. WA back in spread formation, single back, setting back to pass. Ben Gastrov hits Hegney on the outside, who's going to be taken down for a gain of about 7 yards. Going to bring up second and 3 at the 22-yard line for WA driving.
That's Hegney's 5th target in just WA's second drive, so no prizes for who's Ben's favourite at the moment.
I'm intrigued to see whether they're going to use that to open up Strickland on the other side.
That's what I'd imagine they'd be hoping to do. Strickland, obviously.
Strickland, a deep threat every day, and he's great in open field as well.
Of course, Siobhan Richardson on this side as well.
I was going to say.
Slouch, so.
Back to pass again, and there it goes to Strickland in the end zone. Oh, great!
Oh, incomplete. Good DB play.
Great play by the DB. I didn't catch the number. It looked like number 15 potentially.
Number 15, yeah.
That was number 15, Calvin Young, making a great break up on the pass. But it was exactly what we just said.
Yeah.
Use Hegney, use Hegney, use Hegney. Open up Strickland on a deep pass in the end zone.
WA coming out really quickly here. get the ball moving.
So they're back to pass again. They're going to go straight back to it. Richardson this time, who slips and can't make the pass, bringing
short on the pass there.
up 4th down and 3 for WA on the 23-yard line. Just not able to capitalise on those first 3 downs, thanks to a brilliant break up by Calvin Young in the end zone, saving the touchdown for the Queensland Sun Devils. You can't see from your vantage point, but it's great for us because all the players have moved down inside the 30-yard line, which has given us a clear view from the 50. So we can actually see the game for a change.
As long as they don't score in this corner here, or go this way.
Spread formation, back to pass on 4th down. Hits Hegney on the outside, who is stopped. There is a flag coming in deep down the field, which I'm assuming is going to be a holding against Brant Honda.
There's a lot of not on me, sir, going on.
It's either going to be a holding against Brant Honda or a pass interference against number 10 for the Sun Devils, who is Thomas Trevena.
We've got 3:30 remaining in the first quarter. We've got a time check down here from Tom.
Tom Marshman, who I have to apologise from the last game we commentated at Curtin Uni. We have confirmed he was not responsible for the mess-ups with the clock last time. They were technical difficulties that were not his fault. Sorry, Tom.
It is pass interference on the defence. So
pass interference on defence, which is great penalty for WA, moving them up into 1st down in red zone territory.
He had the 1st down anyway.
Yes.
But obviously, extra yards tacked on is always positive.
So first down and 10 at the 15, moving into red zone territory for WA, and we've said time and time again you need to capitalise on this. Fake to Honda and a pass over the top to Hegney, who can't haul it in. Just a little bit too deep, and a break up by number 12, I believe that was.
21.
21, thank you. It's Joseph Rasmussen. Sorry, Joseph Rasmussen. Great break up in the end zone to save a touchdown again, bring up 2nd down and 10 at the 15 for WA. And as we said in the last game that we commentated, you've got to capitalise on red zone opportunities. They won't be wanting to walk away from a red zone opportunity with no score.
Yeah, and as we pointed out, they brought in Damien Donaldson for special teams, so they are prepared to take field goals. But
Ben Gastro back to pass again. Pass completed, I believe.
Huge hit in front of us I can't see who it was.
Players. Number 27.
WA 27 is Bojan Vucic.
Okay, so that brings up 3rd down and about 4 for WA on the 3rd down and 5 on the 15. On the 10, sorry. So WA really still with an opportunity here.
Really good DB play from Queensland.
It is.
WA out of the end zone a couple of times. So ball snapped again, and it's
off to Hegney again, and he's going to be there for the 1st down. Is he going to make the end zone? He is. WA first blood, but there is a flag on the sideline.
Whenever you see a flag like that, you're thinking holding.
I'm thinking holding on Brant Honda on the outside there, but we shall see. So referees just conversing, and we'll wait to get the call. Pass interference on WA. Oh, blocking the back on WA, sorry. Blocking the back on WA. That's,
as we said, WA's
killing themselves with silly penalties.
Was really good in the last game we called. Killing themselves at the moment.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and... Still moving. 3rd down and 8 at the 13-yard line for WA. That's going to be disappointing. But it is a sign of the Queensland defence showing their strength, forcing these penalties from WA on occasion. WA back to spread offence. Out to Brant Honda.
And just short of the 1st down.
Comes up about half a yard short, so it's going to bring up 4th and inches at the 5-yard line for WA.
Damien Malloy,
now,
safety from the Gold Coast Stingrays in there in the tackle.
I'm very much, now we've got Hegney coming back out here, but I'm very much assuming that they're going to be punching this straight through the middle.
Well,
you'd
the
expect
running
it, but
has been stuffed up, but stuffed up the middle.
But a 4th and inches, I mean, if they're that confident in Ben hitting one of the receivers short in this kind of area with the way the DBs have been playing. I mean, the outside DB is sitting off 5 yards, so yep, they're going to try and hit short pass, and it's not going to go anywhere.
Incomplete.
So
Maybe a bit of miscommunication between the receiver and quarterback there. Ben going over and having a word to his receivers, but
definitely appears so.
But discipline and just really good DB play from Queensland on that series.
So that's going to bring up Queensland 1st and 10 on their own 5-yard line. Again, I say this is danger territory for Queensland because WA do have a history of getting in the face at QBs and jumping on anything that moves here. So any little mistake in WA will try and capitalise on it. Offense coming back out in a spread formation with a single back. Number 22, I believe it is, back in the backfield for Queensland again. Handoff to Goff in the backfield again. Going to be stopped. Great churn. Kept his legs churning, kept moving, managed to get about 4, maybe 5 yards on the run, which looked like it was going to be stopped for next to nothing. So great job by Goff.
Patrick Burling and Wilkinson in on the tackle there. Nicholas Wilkinson. Yeah, as you said, it looked like it was going to be stuffed, chopping for extra yards.
And this is what I said at the start of the game about the Sun Devils do have depth at running back, and they really do know how to use it. And if you give them an inch, they will take a yard.
Yeah, Sun Devils defense has been on the field for a long time, so they'll be looking for their offense to give them a chop out at the moment and have a nice long drive.
It's showing blitz and then dropping off. Back to pass, ball looking at 87, who's wide open in the gap, hits the seam beautifully between that zone. It's going to be a first down at about the 21-yard line for Queensland. First down and 10 at 21-yard line. Reception by number 87.
Who is not on our team sheet. We will find out number 87's name as soon as we can. But yeah, I've noticed a couple of players already out there without team sheets. Number 46 out there for WA wearing a Titans helmet. I believe it's Jake Taylor, but not in his number. So yeah, we'll get those players to you as soon as we can.
Queensland going with a bunch formation, tight, double tight pretty much. Single back, pitch to the outside. It's looking like it might be a reverse. No, he's going to keep going, but he's absolutely stopped for nothing. Oh, flag coming from the opposite sideline. 24 for the Raiders.
24 for the Raiders.
Geordie's just giving me the wrong list.
Sorry, Mitch Kavanagh.
Mitch Kavanagh making the tackle. Sorry, Geordie decided to show me the Queensland list. Mitch Kavanagh making the tackle there for what looked like was going to be a significant run, but was stopped for very little. Just waiting to see what the flag was on the far sideline.
Pitch outside to Kupi Tala, running back. Another running back used by Queensland out there already. So that's 3 they've used early in the game, as you said.
Yeah,
it's a strength they have in their squad.
It is.
Some really quality running backs. So.
Flag waved off, brings up second down and 10 for Queensland at 21.
And we have just noticed on our sidelines here that running back has come off holding his shoulder, not in doesn't look in a good way at the moment. Okay,
inside handoff again by Queensland. He finds a crease and manages to get about 4 yards on that run. That's Goff again, I believe.
Yep, I believe it is, yes.
So Kupi Tayala off on the sideline, receiving treatment for a shoulder at the moment.
He looks to be in a lot of discomfort, but we will keep you updated.
WA looking to hold here, third down and 6 at about the 26-yard line.
I'd say that's the quarter break.
Oh, that's going to be quarter. So we switch ends. So end of quarter, still 0-0. Been a staunch first quarter. Both teams threatening. WA even getting into the end zone a couple of times, but not quite capitalising and not quite taking advantage of the opportunities. Yep. Flags killing WA at the moment.
Yeah. Undisciplined play killing WA at the moment, but Queensland would be very happy with a red zone stop, and that's got to give them a lot of confidence. They're on the long road trip. It's a long flight.
Absolutely.
They came the day earlier, which
gave them a little bit of respite.
A little bit of rest, unlike when WA went over to New South Wales travelling the morning of the game. So you think the players will be slightly more acclimatised, but it's still a long road trip.
close, so that it's not like when Vic came across. If anyone called the Victoria game today, the weather was horrible, so most of it, and it had been raining all week, so the turf was all cut up. So both teams used to this kind of weather at the moment. WA coming out 2 deep safeties, not about 10 yards now. Queensland will back. Off in the backfield again. It's going to be movement on the offensive line. Flags everywhere.
Offensive tackle number 71 hits Williams O-line.
And that's definitely going to be movement. They've called it on the defense. I think there's going to be some words had from WA on that, because I don't know about the referees, but I certainly had a good view. And whilst there was an approach, I did definitely feel like I saw movement on the offensive line.
Yeah, but the refs there to refs out there to do their job. And I believe it was called on
22.
On 92.
92 was it? Sorry. Unlike the last game we called, where we had lots of feedback through our headsets, and every time the referee blasted the whistle, we got blasted with it. This time we're having a bit difficulty hearing. Okay, Queensland back out, single back set. Goff in the backfield. That's going to be a delay of game on Queensland, which is a silly penalty. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah,
for Queensland on the 25-yard
obviously
line.
no play clock that they can see here, so that makes it difficult. But the referees do give them a lot of warning and that little bit of extra leniency because of that. So
yeah, you generally get 5 or so seconds warning from the referee to let you know that time's coming up. So
that's a bad penalty to give away. But
so we've got 3rd down and 5 or 6 at the 26-yard line at the minute for Queensland, coming out in single back set. WA with no one, but they've got James Vincent back deep now. Run it up the inside, QB keeper taken down at the line of scrimmage by Liotta.
Tackle made there by Sam Liotta.
And I stand corrected, he made 2 yards on that, so that brings up 4th down and about 2.5, 3 yards at the 29-yard line, 28.5 for Queensland. Now, this is where you test to see the confidence you have in your offense, and this answers the question. We need a gunner, so we're going to have a punt. Now, it would be ballsy at this stage in the game to go for this, but we've seen it before. Good high hanging punt. Brant Honda back to receive, takes a bounce. Neutral, really. It initially took a bounce in WA's favour and then the other way, so it ends up neutral with number 10 down in the ball. Number 10 for Queensland, Thomas Travana down in the ball. WA taking over at their 23-yard line, it would appear. So I imagine WA will want to open up their run game now, because, you know, as you start to wear down the defense, get them committed to the pass, you want to start bringing out the run. But the strength of the Sun Devils D-line, so far, I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going to the pass for the time being.
There's a run up the middle with Vince Filicano. He is
stopped for a yard.
And yeah, a yard or two on that one. Nothing up the middle yet for WA.
You've got to keep those runs coming, because you have to keep the defense honest, because otherwise they're just going to throw everyone back. Yeah,
as you said before the game, it was the bigger backs that had the impact in the last game. It was Drew Shelford Tiata coming in, and Doug Stewart coming in and having some big impact late in the game.
And that's the thing, traditionally that's what WA's game has been, but this season it seems to have been that they've been concentrating on the more speed back. Single back again, 4 wide, Ben Gastrell back to pass, that's going to be Dan Strickland, I believe.
Strickland, but really good coverage there.
Coverage was there.
Nothing there for him
immediately, so that's going to bring him up short by a yard. 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1 at the 34-yard line.
As you say, WA would like to be able to run it up the middle here, but
absolutely
not having any any run game to speak of at the moment.
There's been no movement up the middle at the minute. It's all been stuffed. So we're expecting that they're going to be sticking with a current game plan, keep the pass going, and then see if the channels open up a bit later. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw WA in the second half switch to an I-back formation again, because the single back just isn't opening up channels. This D-line is too strong. Spread formation, Ben back to pass, short swing pass to Brent Honda, who is always a threat, and he's broken to the outside. Skipping passes, he's going to get wrapped up at the 39-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line for WA. Great catch and run by Brent Honda there, who has been a threat all tournament.
Yes, he is the danger man for WA. Very, as we pointed out last time, very rarely taken down by the first tackler. Anytime he's got the ball in his hands, is an exciting time for anyone watching.
He's incredibly slippery. He's incredibly difficult to tackle, as I'm sure we can both testify having played against him. 4 wide for WA, single back, dropping back to pass. Pass goes deep.
Siobhan Richardson.
Siobhan Richardson has it in the end zone. No flags. WA strike first blood, 6-0 WA in the second quarter. Great reception by Siobhan Richardson. Great pass by Ben Gastrov to get the score there.
Siobhan Richardson definitely the deep threat. As we said, Strickland out there as well, but Siobhan probably the faster, the quicker guy, and Ben Gastrov just putting it on the money there.
Oh, definitely. And as I said at the start of the game, I definitely felt like the weakness in the Sun Devils' defence was their secondary. I've seen them exploited. The SA game was a key example where they got exploited a few times on deep passes and passes across the back of the end zone.
WA kicking the extra point. Damian Donaldson coming out.
Kick is up and good.
That is good.
So, 7-0 WA, second quarter. WA striking first blood, which they will be very happy with.
Yeah, WA's O-line looking really comfortable in pass protection. Not getting as much on the run. Only a couple of runs attempted, but pass protection, the O-line's looking really good, giving Gastrov plenty of time to look at his options and pick the one he likes.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they're not getting the push on the run that they would like, but their pass protection is giving Ben enough time, not getting him so much pressure. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Queensland defence start to crank up the pressure a little bit.
We saw similar against Victoria, where WA came out strong at the start, and it may have been just the travelling team acclimatising. So you might see Queensland, like you say, dial up some more pressure and ease into this game after a long travel. I
wouldn't be surprised if they went back to the 6-man blitz for a little while to crank up the pressure and see if they can't exploit it. Good kick from Donaldson all the way back into the end zone, taken by number 11 for the Queensland Sun Devils, who is still moving but is eventually taken down by Luke Stairs at the 21-yard line. So Luke Stairs from the West Coast Wolverines making the tackle at the 21-yard line. Number 11 for Queensland on the return. That was Mitch Bessie from the Bayside Ravens. Wide receiver for the Bayside Ravens.
Luke Stairs, affectionately known as Tarzan.
Because he has huge hands and beautiful hair.
Beautiful long hair.
Beautiful hair. Okay, Queensland coming out of 4 wide spread formation. WA looking like they're switching to... they've got a 4-3, but they're spread out. Inside run to Goff, and there's absolutely nothing there with who I believe was Liotta. No, it was
Churchwood.
Not. Churchwood there to absolutely stuff that. Gain of about half a yard if we're being generous. So it brings up second down and 9.5. So
Churchwood, another one of these big Vipers linemen.
Yes.
That we have over here that everyone's come so used to.
So bunch formation on the near side for Queensland, spread on the far single back. Handoff inside again. They're going to keep plugging that inside handoff, and it's stopped for a gain of about an inch. There's going to be absolutely nothing. So third down and 9 at the 22-yard line for Queensland. Absolutely nothing on the inside run at the moment, which is something they're going to be looking to exploit, but don't be surprised now if you see a pass coming over the top, especially if you see a play action pass, because They know that their O-line has the ability to push around any other D-line in this country. However, at the moment they're not showing it, so they're probably using the run to build the pass. So I would anticipate going to spread formation.
I'd say that WA's secondary has been the weakest point on defense.
And here comes a pass. They did actually have 2 back. Absolutely nowhere to go. Just swarmed there. The WA defense coming in from all angles. Pat Burling coming in to make the initial tackle, along with number 92 for WA. 92.
Will Tahiki Wade, who won the, who with Ben Middleton was Defensive Player of the Year in the WA League.
Was indeed. So Tahiki Wade and Burling coming into command attack on the sack, taking Queensland back for 4th down and 13. Timeout called, I believe, by WA. Too many men on the field, so rather than taking the penalty and risking moving them up into something that they might want to go to for a 1st down again, they've taken the timeout and given them time to reset.
The Queensland timeout, because they looked like they didn't have enough on the field either. So I think both teams were the incorrect numbers there.
There was enough on the field overall.
Yeah.
Just wrong sides. So, while we wait for this, we're going to get a time check from Mr. Marshman. 7:04 left in the half. 7:04 left in the half. WA currently up 7-0 against the Queensland Sun Devils in what is the championship game, with both teams coming in undefeated. Everything on the line in this game.
We've got a really good crowd here, particularly down in WA's end zone at the moment. Lots of people showing up to come and watch, sitting in the shade.
Next time we get a break in play, we'll try and get a pan round to the crowd on the sideline, because there are a lot of people down here today. Couple of movements on the WA defence, and the punt is off.
It's a low punt.
It's a low punt, but good bounce. Oh, Brant Honda's touched it, but he's got hold of it. And good run back to about the 42-yard line. Yeah, it's going to be called a 42-yard line. So WA taking over at their 42-yard line.
There's a flag on this side of the field.
And there's a flag on this side, and the coach, Queensland coach, is not happy about something, but I can't tell you what it is.
I think he's talking to his players at the moment. So.
I think it's a sideline warning. Yep, sideline warning against the Queensland sideline for sideline infraction. I believe it's just been a warning, not a penalty.
Yeah, and I do believe I heard the coach promoting some of his players. So.
Yeah, I think that was just simply a case of some of the Sun Devils players have drifted out of the box. For anyone that doesn't know the game too well, the red box that you will eventually see on the sideline when we get a break in play, we'll get a pan of that as well. Players must stay in the players' box, and then there is a second red box that coaches must stay in. It's a snap and a pass to Brant Honda, who is tackled for a gain of about 2 yards, bringing up 2nd down and about 8 for WA. Great stop by
Joseph Rasmussen there from Queensland, making the tackle. Very, very difficult to get Brant Honda as the first tackler in an open field tackle, so really good tackle there.
And beautifully, seamlessly segued from myself to Geordie there.
Oh, I was onto it then.
7-0 to WA currently. I'll get a time check in a second, but we probably have about 6 minutes left in this half. So WA coming out in spread formation. Single back. Ben Gastrop still back to pass. Short pass to Hegney, who just steps out of bounds. About
41.
Yeah, 41-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 at the 41-yard line for WA. That was very, very close to not being out of bounds. That was.
Referee right here on the sideline, able to diagnose that. And yeah, early call, which is good. You don't want people stepping out of bounds and hits coming in. So.
WA back to pass again. Ball up. Oh, pass that to Brant Honda. He just can't hang on to it. Diving attempt, but no good. Bring up 4th down and what I thought should have been 2, but has become 3 all of a sudden. I don't know how that quite happened, but 4th down and 3 for WA, and it looks like they're bringing out a punt unit. So, given that they have a 7-0 lead at the moment, they're going to be bringing in a punt unit, pin the Sun Devils back and let their defence do their thing again, having already stopped them so far and had a turnover today. Queensland absolutely. Oh, really high punt. Queensland absolutely crowd line. Really high knuckle punt. Everyone from Queensland trying to get away from it.
Straight up from Damien Donaldson there. He'd be very disappointed with that.
It does move the Queensland Sun Devils back slightly, so it moves them back to their own 25-yard line, bringing up a first down and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Sun Devils.
You can see what he was trying to do. He's trying to get as much hang time as he could on that one, but unfortunately, plenty of hang time, just not the distance on the kick.
So, first down and 10 for the Sun Devils, taking back over on offence. A couple of changes to the WA defensive line, with Leilua being back in now. It's a pass underneath to the tight end, number 83, and stopped by Jonathan Bielowitz for a gain of about 6 yards. Pass to number 83, Warwick Russell of the Bayside, of the Sunshine Coast Spartans. Warwick Russell, the wide receiver for the Sunshine Coast Spartans. I gave him a pretty generous spot on that, I'd say. They've given him 9 yards rather than 6, which might be a little bit to do with the angle I'm looking for.
Well, it looked like he was down. Sunshine rolled him over, so he may have not been down for a...
Sun Devils going with trips right, single back. One isolate out on the left.
That's a run up the middle
Run
again.
up the middle, and that's going to be a first down for the Queensland Sun Devils from Benjamin Goff, number 22, taking it to the 41-yard line. It's 39-yard line.
Tahiki Wade on the tackle there again.
Queensland moving the ball, getting a first down and 10 at the 39-yard line. Queensland going back to that 4-1 spread formation, WA with 4 down linemen and press coverage on the slots. Looking for the pass, nothing going, flag coming in, that's going to be a holding on the offensive line. No one there, throwaway pass, but there's going to be a holding on the offensive line against Queensland, which is going to drive them back, keeping the first down but drive them back. 4:37 left in the half, 4:37 from our timekeeper referee Tom Marshman today. 4:37 left in the half. WA still leading 7-0 in this championship game.
A couple of changes for WA, a couple of new D linemen coming in. Tim Verink and Sam Leota coming in to just get some fresh legs and try and get some pressure in there.
So that was a 10-yard holding penalty, so that's going to bring up still first down, but first down and 20, first down and double sticks for the Queensland Sun Devils. Any flags coming in that area are almost always going to be a holding penalty.
Yeah. Especially when a play's drawn out that long.
Especially when a play runs that long.
So
Queensland going back to the trips right formation, single back, Benjamin Goff in the backfield, flaring out to the right, and it is going to be a flare to Goff. Jonathan Bielowitz there to stop it in the backfield, and the rest of the WA Raiders coming in and piling in on that tackle to finish.
Jonathan Bielowitz trying to claim the football there. The ref telling him, no, I don't think so, Sunshine.
I like the try. I like the attempt. So that brings up Queensland second down and about 24.
4 minutes. We've got 4 minutes left in the half.
Second down and about 24 on the 24-yard line. 4 minutes left in the half.
WA will be hoping to get a stop here and get the football back.
They absolutely will. If WA can turn over here, they will be very happy. Straight formation pass, straight underneath for 87, but straight through the hands. If he hits it, that ball came in as a bullet.
Yeah, 87 is the one we do not have on our play sheet, on our team sheet, so we will work on getting him, but yeah.
Ball came in as a bullet to number 87. Was very, very quick, but if it hits your hands, you've got to be catching it.
Yeah.
We will try at half-time to find out who 87 is.
He's lined up out there, wide receiver. He probably wouldn't have got many yards after the catch, so not a huge amount there, but yeah, you've still got to catch those.
Third down, still about 24. Back to pass, pressure coming in fast.
Another tipped ball.
Tipped ball passed under quite a lot of duress there. Just trying to see who was coming in. Number 73 for the WA Raiders coming in under pressure there. Keith Eade from the Perth Blitz coming in under pressure there from the D-line. And QB for Queensland being forced to throw under some serious duress there. Thomas Corwin being forced to throw under duress.
It's exactly what WA wanted. We just spoke about. They get the ball back with just under 4 minutes to work with and try and get another score before the half.
Very high punt going nowhere, and that's coming to us. And it is actually received by us in the commentary.
You've got a possession.
Hurrah! Where's my ball boy?
Yep, there it is. Crooks there.
So, reception from the commentary. I can finally say I got reception in a game.
There is a flag, but so I think your stat's going to get taken off, unfortunately.
Oh, stolen. Stolen away. So, waiting to confirm what the flag is at the moment. I'm guessing it's going to be a block in the back.
Yeah, on something.
Unsportsmanlike. Still first down for WA, but it's a 15-yard penalty against WA against number 29, which is not on my list.
No. I believe it's on Queensland. The penalty on Queensland there.
Oh, it was against Queensland, sorry.
Yep,
I do apologise.
So
William Mayhew.
On the
cornerback.
sidelines here.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
I believe it was a sideline penalty, so.
Was it? Oh, okay, sorry. 3:18 left in the half, 3:18 left in the half. WA leading 7-0 and taking over possession in really good field position with that 15-yard penalty against Queensland. Taking over first down and 10 at the 20. Oh, no, moving in at the 15-yard line. First down and 10 at the 15 or 16-yard line. WA taking over with 4 opportunities in the red zone with 3:17 left in the half. We'll definitely be looking to capitalise on this.
That's a
Empty
really bad
backfield.
penalty.
Empty backfield, Ben back to pass. Hits Hegney on the outside, who is stopped short, but not before he gets inside the 10.
6 or 7 yard line.
So that takes us to the 6-yard line, just about bringing up second down and about half a yard for WA at the 6-yard line.
Really, like I said, really costly penalty there. You're already pinned back from a bad punt, and then you give away a penalty on the sidelines. That's giving WA a golden opportunity to go into this half.
Damo, you're here, right?
Exactly, and if
Louis, you're close. Not so far, Louis.
okay, we're getting a lot of feedback from the sidelines, so we do apologise. We did warn the coaches this time about the expletives on the sideline because of the sideline microphone. Pass from Ben Gastroff straight across the middle into the hands. No, it's just not picked up. Bit too low for Brant Honda there.
I believe it might have been tipped in the air. Looked like it had run back and might have touched it.
Brant Honda disappointed with himself there, you can see though, because generally if you put a ball anywhere in his vicinity, he's going to come up with it.
It's the danger man.
Third down and 1 at the 6-yard line. WA looking to capitalise before the end of the half with about 2.5 minutes left to go.
WA showed their ability to score a long touchdown, but the red zone opportunities at the moment have both been stopped. So.
And red zone are key. Red zone opportunities are absolutely crucial. You can't give up the opportunity when you get inside, certainly inside the 10-yard line, not to walk away with points.
Queensland with some staunch goal line
Back to
defense.
pass again, out.
And it's Siobhan Richardson.
Siobhan
and
Richardson, he's
still
not
up.
down yet. He is now, but that's going to be enough for the first down.
Not staying up for a long time there.
Timeout WA. Timeout WA as they approach on a first down and goal at about the 2-yard line. First down and goal at 2 or 3-yard line for WA. Timeout called. So if we can get a quick pan of the crowd, we'll have a look. We have got a good crowd out here today. I mean, the weather's definitely helping. It's a beautiful day. Given it's almost winter, it's still about 29 degrees and we've got a good turnout, which is great for a national championship game like this, which is what this is today. It's an important game. It's a culmination of the whole year's work.
Yeah.
So it's great to see so many people
WA
out.
sideline, there's people all over the WA sideline, and as I said, the Queensland end zone at the moment is full of people. So
it's yeah, it's a great turnout and great to see this many people and this many families out here today as well. And great to see the development of sport. There's the increased awareness of the sport in WA and the increased interest in the sport and the amount of people coming out.
And in in that far corner over there, in the far corner on the other side there, you can see a lot of WA's women's Raiders team over there watching.
So, and the Women's Raiders, this will not be the end of football in WA this year, because in only 16 days, the Women's AGL kicks off here in Perth, with the entire tournament being hosted here in Perth, and WA entering a women's team for the first time ever. That's an amazing opportunity.
WA coming in
but right now we have the men's game still going on. WA back out, single back, 4 wide. Motion from Brent Honda. Direct snap to Brent Honda, who takes it around the outside. And he has the wheels, and he is going to be in for the touchdown.
Oh, just short.
No, he's
touchdown.
In. He caught the pylon in for the touchdown. No flags. That's going to be touchdown WA.
Well, as you said, the direct snap. A lot of moving pieces in that. Brent hit that at speed.
He did.
If that's bobbled or the snaps are bad, that's got
missed time by even a split second.
Yeah, there's a lot that can go wrong there. But WA showing with some different stuff. We haven't seen anything like that from WA in this tournament. So.
Beautifully executed play there, and as we've said time and time again, if you get into the hands of Brent Honda, he's a danger man. He does have the wheels to get to the outside.
As we say, this is the national championship game, so there's no good having plays in your playbook you hope you can call.
There's nothing left.
Nothing left.
Ball's down, kick is up, and it's good. Bringing up WA 14-0 with about 1:50 left in the half. 14-0 WA going into just coming up to the half time. And this is an unusual position for Queensland. They're not used to being behind in games.
No, and as we said, it's a long road trip, so we did see WA lead at half against Victoria, and then Victoria found their feet in the second half. WA
definitely need to not take their foot off the gas for the second half, and Queensland just want to find their drive. They want to just keep going and keep driving from here. We're going to try and get a time check for you.
We don't have the scoreboard or the game clock running at the moment at the field, so we're
trying to signal at the moment.
Trying to get Tom's attention.
So just while we wait for the kickoff, I'm waving it frantically at Tom from the sideline to get a time check, but we are going to be inside 2 minutes now. Good deep kick, back to number 15 for the Sun Devils, who receives it well, has blockers up ahead and is taking off.
Gets past the
He's been stopped by a swarm of players. There were a number of Wolverines helmets in there that I noticed. So we had Luke Stairs, I believe, James Vincent, and Ben Green. Sorry, it wasn't Luke Stairs, it was Ben Green. Ben Green and James Vincent in there, teaming up for the tackle.
2:18 left in the half.
Oh, we're not quite inside 2:18, 2 minute mark, 2:18 left in the half.
Queensland still with a chance to get one back, which is what they'll be desperately hoping to do. You mentioned Ben Green. Ben Green out there playing cornerback predominantly this tournament, is a quarterback for the West Coast Wolverines.
He is indeed. So Queensland taking over, 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line. 14-0 WA Raiders over Queensland Sun Devils in this championship game at the moment. Movement on the offensive line.
No, that's a timeout call. Quarterback called a timeout.
They called a timeout just before 89 jumped.
That is not what you want when you're in a 2-minute drill.
No, you don't want to be wasting timeouts. Robbie Cork at the tight end from Griffith at Uni Thunder was very close to being called for movement there, but the timeout was called just in time because I think they were trying to make some adjustments to the line.
Timeout on the field there called by the quarterback. Your quarterback has license to do that. If they don't see something they don't like, but inside the 2-minute drill, the coach is obviously going to preserve his timeouts when he gets down the red zone.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when you're in this kind of position, down by 2 scores, coming up to 2 minutes, you want those timeouts so that you can make the adjustments and manage the clock as you go as a coach, because it does change your game plan completely. So Queensland back out, single back to pass.
They're going deep.
Ball going deep. This is covered by Purnell though, and there was no one going to get near that other than Purnell.
Yeah, through all his receivers there, and the only person able to get back was Denzel Purnell, so he's lucky that Zell couldn't get his head around quicker. It might have been an interception.
Yeah, I mean it was overthrown for everyone pretty much, but Denzel Purnell was the only person in the area at the time.
Better to overthrow your receiver than underthrow and let the DB have a better play on the ball. So.
Unless you're throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. and then throw it anywhere because it doesn't matter.
Who is not playing this tournament?
No. Okay, back to pass. Pass completed and slips one, slips two, and he's off, but he's going to be picked up by
Jonathan Billowitz. That is our mystery man there. Number 87 again.
Number 87.
Slipping a couple of tackles. We'll aim to get his name at half time, but he's making a big play just before the half. So.
And that brings up a 2-minute warning. First down and 2-minute warning. First down and 10 at the 41-yard line for Queensland. That 2-minute warning probably wasn't wanted at that moment because Queensland had the momentum going and it looked like they were trying to keep the ball rolling and keep the momentum going, but
2 minutes, thank you, Tom.
2 minutes, thank you.
At the 2-minute warning, who'd have guessed it?
Luckily, just out of shot, that, we were being indicated to by Tom Marshman, who's running the clock today. Single back for Queensland. Snap is off and he's back to pass. It's pass tipped.
Tipped up. Going to number 87 again. Wish I knew this guy's name because he's been targeted a lot.
We will find out.
Obviously an important player.
He's been a key wide receiver for them today and a key target, but we don't know his name. So he will remain at number 87, the nameless man, until at least
the fact that he's
time.
not on the team sheet makes you think that maybe he's not in his jersey for whatever reason. The fact that he's been targeted a lot, you'd think that he's obviously got some chemistry with the quarterback and a key player, so he might be wearing a different jersey today.
Spread offense for Queensland with a single back. Snap is taking it back for the pass.
A lot of pressure.
Scrambled, a lot of pressure. Pass is off, but the receiver goes down. There's a WA player down in the middle of the field. Looks like Purnell.
It is Purnell down. A lot of pressure there coming from Talia Bragovitz on the backside of that play there. Quarterback actually taking a shot, a legal shot. No flags on the play, but
he did well to stand in there, though.
Yes, you got to be a brave man. T hits like a train. So
Thomas Corwin did a good job of standing in the pocket there, taking the shot, but still getting the pass off. Unfortunately, his receiver slipped. 1-for-1 left in the half. Queensland still in possession. Third down and 10 at the 39-yard line. Third down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Sorry. Third down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Queensland looking to put one away before the end of the half. Minute and a bit to go. Back to pass. Corwin past the 14 across the middle. Great completion. Straight across the middle, but he's stopped in the middle of the field.
That ball's come out.
Ball came loose.
WA claiming it. Where are we going to see the refs point?
I think they're going to call that a complete passing down.
Pat Burling claiming it, but the refs having a discussion.
I think they're going to call that down by contact. And it's going to be 4th and inches.
Yep, it is Queensland ball.
No, they're going to call it first down. The initial indication was 4th and inches, but they're going to call it first down. So it's first down Queensland at their 29-yard line, still moving, about a minute to go in this half.
Clock's still running then, because it was complete inbounds.
Complete pass inbounds, the clock does not stop. Pressure coming through from WA.
There is a flag.
QB on his feet, but getting chipped at the end.
There's a
Nowhere
flag
to
where you'd
throw.
expect a holding call to be at the moment, at the line of scrimmage.
Expecting a scrambling QB running off to this side and a position of the flag, that will be a holding against Queensland, and it is. Holding on Queensland, so that will move them back 10 yards, so that'll bring them down first down and 20 at their 39-yard line with about a minute left in the half.
Pressure on the quarterback there coming from Keith Eade, number 73 from the Perth Blitz.
There has been a fair bit of pressure coming in from late in this quarter.
Yeah, which
from
is,
WA.
as we highlighted earlier, something that WA didn't get against Victoria. A lot of pressure on the quarterback, so that's something they've obviously been working on, and it's important.
The Sun Devils' offensive line is very, very good. 1-1-4
remaining in the half.
1:14 left in the half. The Queensland O-line is very, very strong, so if you can get in a position where you're pressuring them and forcing the QB out of the pocket, it really opens up your opportunities.
And it gives, as we said, the WA secondary have shown some gaps. It gives the secondary a chop out if your D-line can get pressure.
Queensland back to pass again. Corwin taking off out of the pocket again, but gets a deep pass up, and it's there, but that's going to be a pass interference. pass interference against, I believe that's Max Bethel.
No, I believe it's number 22, Damien Donaldson.
Was it Damien Donaldson?
As we said, only supposed to be playing special teams.
It was Damien Donaldson.
As he's jumping on a flight to go play in Germany in the next couple of days or so. But
that's what threw me, because Damien Donaldson wasn't supposed to be playing today, and seeing a Broncos helmet down there, I was expecting it to be Max Bethel.
We did discuss it.
Max, I do apologise.
We did discuss it before the game. I didn't think he'd last the half on the sidelines, and as we've said, we've already seen him in there on offense at running back. Now we've seen him on defense. So.
But that is going to be a killer penalty.
It's a bad penalty to give at this stage in the game.
Especially in the position. I mean, it's on the 2-yard line. So that's going to move them up significantly.
Chains shifting up as well.
I'm waiting for the spot, because I would have thought that was half distance to goal. No. Okay, so that brings up first down and 10 at the 23-yard line. I thought they were going to get a bit more out of that, but no. Lucky break for WA. Option from
There's a flag
Queensland.
Flag. And it's blown dead.
It's blown dead. Mitch Kavanagh, I believe that was, running in on the far sideline. Ben Middleton, sorry.
Midget looking at the ref going, oh, come on, sir. Let it run.
If you're wondering why we're calling wrong players occasionally, it's because I'm looking for a crowd of Sun Devils players at the minute.
We've got to see through a wall of maroon to look at the field at the
So most of the time all I can see is a helmet, so I'm kind of guessing from my position, and I'm not the tallest guy in the world at the best of times. Queensland, second down and about 14 yards on the loss on that play. Corwin back to take the snap again, single back, 4 wide. WA showing pressure from the near side, which is coming. Mitch Kavanagh great reception, steps just out of bounds. Big pressure on Corwin from Mitch Kavanagh, who threw a massive ham hock of a hand in there to try and break up that pass, but Corwin stood in his position, threw the pass, made a great completion, and has taken it down for a first down at the 12-yard line.
Great catch there on the sidelines.
Gets out of bounds as well, which is key.
And it's IFAF rules, so you only have to get 1 foot in, so it didn't matter whether he got 2 feet in on that one or not. But
fast play straight off to Goff. Oh, no, it wasn't off to Goff, it was a fake to Goff. And
Nicholas Wilkinson in there on the tackle.
And that was Ben Stokes in at QB that time from the Bayside Ravens taking the ball.
So Nicholas Wilkinson, the lonely Jets helmet out there at the moment. I can't see any other Jets helmets on the sidelines. He may be the only Jet in the game.
So Benjamin Stokes looking to put a score in before the half, option play to the outside. We're looking for a signal. No, it's going to be coming up just short.
We have no chance of seeing what's going on in that corner.
No chance. So I'm guessing from our position that we're looking about 2 yards short of the goal line. I'm getting a nod from... Right, my commentary is going to be done vicariously by the cameraman now, so I'm going to be getting nods. So we're about the 2-yard line. We've got third down. It's actually third down and 1 at the 2. We must be down to about 30 seconds to go. I don't think he got out of bounds on that play, so clock is probably still running. And that's going to be a timeout. So that's going to be a timeout.
WA take the timeout there.
WA, which I'm surprised about.
We see WA just the one substitution. Keith Eade coming back in, and Wilco Wilkinson going out, and Sam Leota, Johnny Leilua coming in as well. Oh,
making a few changes now. Changes everywhere. So we've got third down and 1 at about the 2-yard line for Queensland. Probably about 30-35 seconds left in the half. They'll be looking to punch one in just before the half and take this back to a 1-score game.
WA bringing in almost an entirely new defensive line, so hopefully getting a little bit of extra legs in there for them.
Now I'll be intrigued to see. I'm imagining that what WA are expecting and what the Sun Devils want them to think is that they're going to punch one straight through the middle with Goff, just get a big push from their O-line. Now I wouldn't be surprised though if they've still got Ben Stokes in, which they have at QB, if this goes as an option.
Yeah, that's what he's been brought in for. Yep. He's done it already a couple of times in this drive, so
I'm expecting a motion and an option or a QB keeper.
It's a
Oh,
pass.
it's a pass. Risky play. Third down and 2 at the third down and 1 at the 2-yard line. Bringing up 4th down now on 1 at the 2-yard line for Queensland. Now, this is the play. 4th down, 1, 2-yard line. You go for it, you score, you go in 1, score down. You go for it, you don't. You've got WA on their own 2-yard line.
They do have room to get a first down. They have room to get
They
a
do.
first down, so they can get the first down without actually scoring.
But they've also got time.
Yeah.
5 seconds. 105.
15 seconds.
15. Oh, sorry. Tom's giving me cryptic sign language from
We're
down
getting
the other
we're getting
field.
sign language for our time. So I apologise
15 seconds.
to anyone watching that obviously can't see the time, but we can't see it either. So.
15 seconds left on the clock. First down and goal. They did give the first down on that play, so it's going to be an option. That's what we're expecting. Option to number 28, who is going to be in for the touchdown, I believe. No, he's stopped just short. Geez, big stand up by WA. That's, if they haven't called a timeout, if that's inbound, that's going to be half.
Queensland trying to get on the ball.
That's half.
And that's the half.
Wow.
Queensland
that's
not happy about that.
Massive
There's
hold
a lot
from
of Queensland
WA.
heads down at the moment, not happy about the call, but
Massive hold by WA D-line there. To hold them on that play at the 1-yard line is huge. And that, I guess that's a difficulty for the coaches of not knowing the time. The referee is down there giving you as much information as possible, but not being able to see it does make it difficult, because with 15 seconds left on the clock, you'd be calling a timeout as soon as that play was done, even if it only left you 1 second.
You're first down, you're probably going to pass. You wouldn't risk keeping it in bounds, would you? I'm not sure. I don't know how many, if they even had a timeout. So,
well,
because remember they burnt a couple early.
They did, and I was expecting the option play on that one, which is what they ran with. They had Ben Stokes in there, which is traditionally their option guy. I was expecting the option play to come in there, but we go into the half. 14-0, WA Raiders over Queensland Sun Devils here in what is the championship game in the men's AGL down here at Curtin University in Perth this afternoon. You still have time to catch the second half. We'll be back in about 12 minutes. It's a beautiful day down here today, so feel free to come down and join us. But don't forget, this is not the end of football in WA this season. We only have 16 days until the women's AGL kicks off here in Perth, where we have teams from across the country coming down and competing, with WA entering their first ever women's Raiders team after the expansion this season. So you'll be seeing teams from WA Raiders, the New South Wales Coyotes, the Gridiron Queensland Sun Devils, women's Sun Devils. And we get some information from referees at half-time. Apparently number 3, Holiday Miller, I believe. Darius Holiday Miller, the running back from the Bayside Ravens for Queensland Sun Devils, was ejected in the first half of targeting. The play was reviewed and he has been reinstated in the game, so he is allowed back in the game at the end of the first 3 in this second half.
And he doesnesn't get the ball in the reverse there.
15 taking off down the sideline, big threat, finally being taken down at the 33-yard line. That was number 15 for Sun Devils, Calvin Young, cornerback for Sun Devils.
Brought down by Trent Ducker from the Perth Broncos.
15 taking off down the sideline, second half, finally being taken down at the 33-yard line. Queensland taking over first and 10 at the 35-yard line there, after what would have been about a 45-yard return.
So Queensland coming up with what
Queensland
half
second
what
half,
we expected.
single back, Holiday Miller back in the backfield again, and he is a weapon. And first play of the second half, commented him on him in the first half. He breaks straight through and goes in for the score in the first play of the second half. Now, I said before the game, player to watch out for, number 3 for Queensland, Holiday Miller. I have watched him in the scout report, and as soon as that O-line opened the gap, he has great vision. And the first play back in the game,
And it makes sense that we were wondering at the half why we hadn't seen him in the game a lot, and it made sense to us when we heard that he was actually ejected, but obviously luckily for Queensland, and the play was reviewed and he's back in the game.
and as soon as that O-line opened the gap, he has great vision. The first play back in the game,
And it makes sense that
and he has
we were wondering at the half why we hadn't seen him in the what happened to WA in the Victoria game.
Coming out straight back to Holiday Miller again, and he's going to punch it all the way through for the 2-point conversion. So, straight off the bat, second half, WA 14, Queensland Sun Devils 8. Striking first blood in the first play of the second half for Queensland. WA will not be happy about that.
And we got the names of the mystery players that we couldn't find. So 46, I was correct for WA. That was Jake Taylor from the Swan City Titans. And number 87 for Queensland was Tanawa, who's a junior outback player apparently. So
who's right in front of us?
Right in front of us at the moment. We got the names of the mystery players that couldn't go to Mexico, I believe. 46, I was the information that I've got.
So I don't know how many special teams plays that is a score for Queensland this tournament, but I can guarantee there's a few because that is a speciality of theirs. But this time they get a 45-yard return on special teams before running in with Darius Holiday Miller taking it the full way for the touchdown. So I don't know how many special teams plays that is a score for Queensland this tournament.
It was the fake reverse that got a lot of WA players the wrong way on that return.
So special teams has been a real solid effort from Queensland this entire tournament. So I was expecting something good from the full way during this game. And then as soon as they back in,
and it was the fake reverse that got a lot of WA players the wrong way on
the second half.
Sun
Devils are fired up, they're back in it, and their heads are high again. They have not given up. Solid effort from Queensland.
Kick-off very low kick. Fielded by Linz Filicano.
Big block by Jonathan Vilovic, but there's going to be a flag, which is either going to be a holding or it's going to be.
It was right where Jonathan was, so. Very low kick.
I'm wondering what that flag is going to be. It was where Jonathan Vilovic was. Big block by Jonathan Vilovic, and I'm wondering whether they're going to call it blocking the back. There's going to be a flag, which is either going to be a holding or it's going to be.
It's on WA. Right where Jonathan was.
It's either going to be a holding in the same area or it's going to be.
Very low kick.
I missed that signal. It was where Jonathan Vilovic was targeting. Big block by Jonathan Vilovic, and I'm wondering whether they're going to call it blocking the back. There's going to be a flag, which is either going to be a holding or it's going to be. Was that a target? I couldn't see through the Queensland.
I couldn't get.
Give me a second, I will try and get confirmation on what that call was, but I believe that might have been a targeting call.
Which, if it is, might see Jonathan out of the game.
Was that a target? I couldn't see through the Queensland. I'll try and get confirmation on what that was. Give me confirmation on what that call was, but I believe that might have been a targeting call.
Which, if it is, might see Jonathan out of the game.
Have to come back to that in a bit when I can get hold of a referee, but either way, WA take over, pass play to the outside, picked off by Queensland, who take it back for the touchdown, and the Queensland sideline has erupted as number 15, I believe it was Calvin Young, for the Queensland Sun Devils, hit 6. Second play, pretty much.
Yeah, it's 2 plays from scrimmage, 2 plays for Queensland. So this was Queensland. Not the start WA wanted. Queensland up and about.
14 apiece. Queensland had the conversion opportunity here. Queensland have lit a fire in that half-time.
Yep.
WA need to wake up.
As we said, we saw it with Vic. 2 plays from scrimmage, 2 plays for Queensland. So second half, Queensland really got back start WA wanted. Queensland up and about. Able to scrape over the line in that game, but
fire in that definitely. That's not how you want to open the second half. That's no good for Queensland on the conversion, so that brings up 14. Third quarter, 14 all. Queensland absolutely firing all cylinders coming back in the second half. And WA will be looking to turn the tide quickly, or this game
completely changed. Queensland now up and about. Like I said, 2 scores, 2 plays from scrimmage. So.
You can probably hear the Queensland sideline, and they are fired up now. 2 scores in as many plays in the second half, pulling this back to a tied game. Within a few seconds of opening the second half, Queensland are fired up. WA third quarter,
Queensland now
they're looking to get
up and
ahead back
about.
into this.
Like I said, WA will be hoping that WA will be hoping that Brad Honda or Vince Lucano can spark something on this
second half
here.
pulling this back
Just get a little bit more energy in their
within a
sideline.
few seconds of opening the second half. Queensland are fired up. WA are looking to get ahead back into this.
Like I said, WA will be hoping that Brad Honda or we have two spark something
Low bounce kick.
Just get a little bit more filled by Hegney. He's tackled.
Queensland players everywhere.
As we pointed out, Jonathan Bilwich, Sunshine, I can see him on the sidelines. He is out of playing gear. So I'd say that was a targeting call and he was ejected. He is the leader on that defense, so that's a huge loss for WA.
It is, and we've got the return of Holiday Miller and the ejection of Jonathan Vinovich from the linebacking call.
Jonathan Bilwich,
That's going to
Sunshine.
be a big worry for WA.
I can see him on the sidelines.
Because you've got one of the key running backs from Sunday back, one of your key leaders at linebacker, suddenly out of the game.
Defense, so that's a huge loss for WA.
It is, and we've got the return
We
of
said it.
Holiday
We
Miller
saw
and the
Damian
ejection.
Donaldson come in when he wasn't supposed to be playing.
Big pass deep, massive pass deep, and it's caught
By Siobhan Richardson.
caught by Siobhan Miller. Siobhan Richardson, you even got me saying it now.
Yeah.
About a 22-yard line. That's a huge play from WA looking to
Come in when he wasn't supposed to
capitalise. Big pass deep, massive pass deep.
Yeah,
So we just have confirmation back from Tom Marshman. The call on Jonathan Vinovich was indeed targeting. He has been ejected from the game.
Richardson.
Help me out now. About a 22-yard
yeah, he's
line.
one who might not be going around anymore, so this could be his last game. It's not a great way to end it for him if he doesn't go around anymore.
And I'm very surprised because Jonathan is a hard player, but he's not the kind of person that will target. Hand off in the backfield to WA, number 2, who is Vince Lucano is going to come up to short first down, I would believe. However, I am trying to see
Great way to end
the
it.
crowd of Queensland players. Yep, so that's going to bring up second down. Jonathan is WA.
WA getting a little bit of spark on offense, which they've come out from the second half flat, so they need that spark. The big play to Sean Richardson from Gastro was a good pass, and followed up by a strong run from Vince Lucano. So going to a few of their weapons early to get a little bit of spark in the second half.
Changing momentum slightly. I am still expecting this second half. They've brought in Lucano in the backfield, but I'm expecting them to switch to a two-back set at some point.
And he's fights for what looks like close to the first down.
That's going to be a first down from the look of the referee. So that should bring up first down and 10. I am still expecting no, they're going to mark it just short. Third down and inches. Third down and inches at some point.
Would you expect the same as WA has gone in this weekend South Australia game them to bring some power run, bring in the bigger back?
That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting an eye back formation at some point in the second half. Someone like Drew Shelford, Tiasha coming in the second half. Ben Gastrov taking head down and going for it, getting the first down and then some, coming down at about the 2-yard line. So it's going to be first down and goal for WA at the 2-yard line, who will be desperate to make sure they score on this play.
Gastrov, a big, powerful quarterback and able to drive it over comfortably.
He is. But they will be desperate to get a score on this, to get the momentum swung back in their favour. And then some, coming down at about the 2-yard line. You really, really want to be taking the wind out of Queensland sails desperate after that start to the second half.
Yeah, as the quarterback said, the momentum swung to drive it over. Queensland picking back the score easily in the first 2 plays from scrimmage. Now WA under pressure.
Hand off to Vince Villicano, who's trying to get round to the outside edge and will be in
And he has
for the
blockers in front
touchdown.
of him. No
There's a
flags.
complaint from the Queensland cornerback that it's going
2 plays, no flags on the field as yet.
unheeded. So that will be hand off to Vince Villicano. He's trying to get round to the outside edge and down in
has
for the
blockers in front of him.
touchdown. Probably here's the complaint from the sideline, and that's going to be a flag on the Queensland cornerback. Players for unsportsmanlike conduct
Flags
on
on
the
the
play.
field as yet.
I believe though that was a touchdown, and we do apologise for the expletive if we get them from the microphone. Sidelines about it, so we do a touchdown. Probably here's the complaint from the sideline, and that's going to be a flag on the Queensland. So still waiting for the official signal. Flag is waved off. I believe though that was a touchdown. and we do apologise for the expletive if you get them through the microphone. Sound like about it.
Some angry players on the Queensland sideline.
Very upset players. So, still waiting for the official signal. Kick is up and waved off. Wait for the signal, it is good. No flags from what I can see, which will make it
Angry players on the Queensland
21 to
sideline.
14 WA over Queensland as WA pull back a score and a conversion to take the lead again. Kick is up and there was a penalty against Queensland, but
But it's fine. This second half is what I expected. I expected it to be a shootout.
It's an angry second half.
It is an angry second half, but it's what I expected. WA have gone down to Queensland in the last 2 AGLs,
Yes.
both by less than a touchdown score. WA are
They
fired
should be fired up.
They
They
fired
should
up
be
and they want
fired
to win. Queensland obviously hoping to retain their title, so they're fired up, and they've come out looking fired up. WA have just answered. So have gone down to Queensland.
Going to make for an interesting second half.
This is what I expected. I expected a shootout. I expected some big defensive plays, but I expected the ball to be moving around. Both teams capable of moving the ball quickly, obviously. Hoping to retain their title.
It's going to make for an interesting second half. Third quarter, WA Raiders lead the Queensland Sun Devils 21 to 14 after the Sun Devils came out in the start of the second half and responded with attitude.
Defensive plays, but I expected the ball to
But
be
he's got it back under control, he's found a crease, finally taken down.
comes loose, but
It's going to be down by contact. So WA Raiders lead the Queensland Sun Devils 20. So finally taken down on what is going to be marked as the 38-yard line, I believe. So first attempt in Queensland, now it's been moved back to the 36. So first got it back under control. First attempt Queensland, 36-yard line. Finally taken down. WA will definitely be looking to get a stop on this drive because they need to keep the momentum coming their way. But with the absence of Jonathan Belovich in the middle, you're going to have to see changes. Spread offense from Queensland, single back, going straight back to Holiday Miller again, straight on the middle, tackled by James Vincent for a gain of about 7-8 yards. To get a stop on this drive because they need to keep. So they're going to bring up about second down and 2 for Queensland at the 45-yard line. Spread offense from Queensland, single back. Holiday Miller taking the carry inside again, straight on the middle, tackled by James Vincent for a gain of about 7-8 yards. To get a stop on this drive. Sticking to their game plan. Spread formation with single back with Holiday Miller in the backfield and Ben Stokes taking the snap. 5-yard line. Handoff option to Holiday Miller, but he was absolutely stuffed this time. Straight on the middle, tackled by James Vincent for a gain of about. That was the number 83 for the WA Raiders. Sticking to their game plan. Number 83 was single back with Holiday Miller. The WA Raiders coming in and stopping that for absolutely no gain, bring up third down and 2 at the 45-yard line. But he was absolutely stuffed this time.
Seven had a chat after that massive play from Darius Holiday Miller, the first play of the
Now I have no doubt that having Ben Stokes, having Darius Holiday Miller back in and Ben Stokes, both coming from Bayside Ravens, they have chemistry and they work together and they know how each other work. Having that,
a lot of that option. They're now in two back as well. So.
Having that familiarity in now they're in a 2-back, and this is going to be an option I would expect. Now I have no doubt that having Ben Stokes, that was going to be a triple option. Miller back in, he handed off to 83 for in the middle, but that was going to be a triple option with Holiday Miller coming out the back.
Holiday Miller actually moved there. A lot of that option is now. That was on him.
Having that familiarity, so that brings up third down and 7 for the Queensland Sunbelt Devils. That was going to be a triple option with Holiday Miller coming out the back.
A little wave there from Denzel Purnell there.
Having that familiarity, so that brings up third down and 7 for the Queensland. So going back to single back set, motioning across, double pass play. Ben Stokes drifting around, holding in the backfield, definitely, but not called. Still slipping around and finally taken down by number 56 for WA. David Wilson, pass play. Ben Stokes drifting around, holding in the backfield. I think Queensland were quite lucky to get away without holding in the backfield there, because there was quite a significant tug on the jersey in the backfield there.
David O'Leary comes in.
Oh, there's a flag, sorry. They're not going to get away with it. It was I think Queensland were quite lucky to get away.
It was quite a
without
significant tug on the
holding
jersey in the backfield there, so I was expecting that.
They bring in David O'Leary for a couple of plays. Looks like he's going out. He is playing centre, but he has played nose tackle for WA.
It was quite a significant tug on the jersey.
Okay, that one against WA.
They bring in David O'Leary for
Automatic first down, 10 yards. Personal foul against
David O'Leary.
David Oliveri, but I didn't see the personal foul, I must admit, but I do have a lot of players in front of me, so it's a bit difficult.
Oh, maybe it wasn't. Number 50 was the number they called.
Number 50, according to our team sheet, is not listed.
Nick Wilkinson.
Nick Wilkinson. So Nick Wilkinson from the Claremont Jets apparently called for the personal foul. Didn't see what it was, can't comment.
I didn't think he was on the field, but...
would be impressive then.
Yes.
But there was definitely a holding in the backfield there, which Queensland were lucky to get away with. Single back, spread formation, Queensland, new QB back in, so back to pass. Pass is off and good. Helmets flying everywhere. Stopped for a first down.
And that's our mystery man making the play there. Hoktanawa.
And Thomas Corwin back in at quarterback now. So Queensland taking again first down at the 21-yard line. First down 10 at 21-yard line. Stacked on this side with their receivers. Single back in the backfield, and it is handed off to Holiday Miller, I believe that is, who is stopped for a gain of about 4.
Brant Honda straight middle making the hit there.
Stopped for a gain of about 4, bringing up second down and 6 for the Queensland Sun Devils at the 18-yard line.
A couple of the tournament's excitement machines meeting in the middle there.
Holiday Miller is definitely a game changer for the Queensland offence. Keeping him in there, still got Holiday Miller along with Thomas Corwin in the backfield. Handed off again. And fighting.
And in the end, it's Talia Bragovic who brings him down, but he's able to reach.
That was a 3-yard gain, so that's going to bring up about third down and 3. Third down and 3 at about the 14-yard line. If I'm slightly off with my yardage from this vantage point, I do apologise. You've probably got a better view on the camera than I have. So I'm at field level at an angle looking through players, so I do apologise if I'm slightly off.
Let's sit in the house watching it from home, maybe.
Third down and 3 from about the 14-yard line. Back to pass again. Big pressure coming through. Completed, but as a flag comes flying in from miles away. That was an Olympic flag throwing effort right there. Came from the other side of the field.
It looks like they might call pass interference on Ben Middleton, who made the tackle. The pass was completed anyway.
It was. I think it's going to be a pass interference. It's been completed at about the 2-yard line, as far as I can see, maybe the 4. It's going to be about the 4-yard line. It's been completed.
Flags
waved off. So it'll be first down and goal at about the 4-yard line for Queensland, who will be looking to capitalise and possibly take the lead for the first time in this game. Down 21-14 at the minute, so a score and a 2-point conversion will put them ahead in this game for the first time. Holiday Miller back in the backfield again, along with Thomas Corwin. And it is to Holiday Miller, and he is stopped for nothing. Stopped for a loss by number 73. Keith
comes
for
through.
the WA Raiders. Along with number 73, scouted that. Keith from the off and stopped it for a loss of about 1 or 2.
Looked like James Vincent getting in there first to get first contact, and then Ed coming in over the top. So
it was a good play by the WA D-line and linebackers there to pick that up and shut it down.
Yep, and as we said, there's a lot of pressure on them with arguably the team's defensive leader on the sidelines now for the rest of the game.
So, keeping to that spread formation, single back, Holiday Miller switching sides this time. Coming up on the right. It's a pass, QB scrambling. Big pressure, gets a pass off. Is there going to be a pass interference? No, it's just going to be called fighting over the ball. So
And Eid again getting to the quarterback on that one. Quarterback took a shot on that one. No flags. It's a legal shot. Trying to stick in there and make the play, but WA getting some pressure, which is what they're going to need with Jonathan on the sideline.
big pressure for me there. And he has been getting through time and time again and getting in the QB's face. But I have to give Thomas Kerwin the props he deserves. He's managed to scramble, but he's managed to stand in there and make those passes.
Yeah, he has.
And that wasn't a bad pass at all, to be honest. That was a good opportunity. Just couldn't hold on. It was a good fight. Pass to the left, and it's going to be complete.
Touchdown.
And touchdown, Queensland.
Ben Middleton being caught out and picked on a couple of times this drive. He will be very disappointed. He's one of WA's more experienced defensive players, playing out back before and playing for WA for quite a few years. So Ben Middleton would be very disappointed in this drive, being picked on a couple of times.
Definitely. I mean, Queensland saw their opportunity and took it.
2:43 left in this quarter.
2:43 left in the third quarter. We understand there's been some looping on the feed. Oh, it's good with two bounces.
I saw Denzel Purnell come off the edge really quickly and almost got to it. The kick very low as a result of that, because he was coming off the edge.
It was eventually good after some bounces.
Twice off the crossbar and through.
Hey, however it gets through, it gets through.
Exactly.
21-21, all tied up here in Curtin University in WA, as the WA Raiders are taking on the Queensland Sun Devils in the men's 2018 AGL, what is the championship game. Both teams coming in undefeated and showing why. Third quarter, 21-21. So WA will be absolutely looking to come back and strike straight back now. They at the moment, the way both teams are playing, neither team could afford to have a slip up. Neither team can afford to have a single drive where they don't score.
Yeah.
Because right now it's becoming a shootout.
And look, WA have made a few of their games difficult for themselves by keeping teams in it this tournament.
They have.
So
They do like a heart stopper.
they do like a heart stopper. So
Good kick by Queensland, back to be received by Vince Villicano, takes it, slips one tackle and he's down to the outside edge, but he's being tracked. Going to be taken down about the 35-yard line by Queensland. So
they've very definitely kicked away from Honda this entire game.
they have. That's going to be spotted. They're going to call it 30.
I would say that's a pretty intelligent thing to do. Obviously, they've watched some football from this tournament.
Both teams have clearly done their scouting reports before this game. All the coaches have watched their film. And the players are aware of what they need to do. Queensland a very athletic team, so they are moving. WA back on offense, first and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Ben Gastroff hands off to Vince Villicano through the middle, who gets a great run. And that's just going to be enough for the first down. So it's going to be, oh, yes it is. I thought they were going to give a bit of a less than generous spot, but no, they've given it. It says first down and 10 for WA at their 40. Vince Villicano, 10-yard run straight through the middle, finding the seam.
WA able to get some runs in this second half. They struggled with the run in the first half. Now they're trying to power it up the middle a little bit more. Still haven't seen those power backs come in yet, but
I think they're going to hold that for the fourth quarter. Vince Villicano through the middle again, this time fighting for about 2 yards. Stopped by number 2 for Queensland.
We saw against South Australia, Doug Stewart and Drew Shelford. Yep. Come in and have real effect late in the game, and we might see WA come out and do that again.
It wouldn't surprise me. Jason Leon there on a tackle, number 2 from the Bayside Ravens, playing D tackle at the end.
Siobhan Richardson gets only about 2 yards on the play.
So it's going to bring up third down at about 5.
It's something WA haven't done a lot this game. We've seen a lot of flat passes in their first few games. This one, most of their passing game's gone downfield.
Yes.
So obviously a tactic. They've seen something they they want to try and exploit.
I'm expecting a pass downfield here, though. I'm not expecting a flat pass here. I'm expecting a pass downfield. They've set up a few runs. They've had a couple of breaks. Vince Villicano's found a couple of seams, and I feel like they're just trying to draw Queensland down.
Honda in the slots one you have to watch here.
Now look, if you look on the near side, you've got 15 in really soft coverage. It's going to be a handoff because
Villicano fights.
Is he going to get the first down? Sorry, nearly got taken out by a ball there.
What are they going to mark that?
It's going to be an inch short of first down, maybe? No, they've given the first down. Given a first down. First down by Vince
really trying to really pound that ball straight up the middle. Actually around the edge on that one. Trying to run the ball a lot.
They're trying to keep it on the ground. They're trying to keep things moving on the ground. And I imagine any moment now that's going to be setting up for a pass. They keep hammering it. Vince Villicano. Brant Honda. I'm expecting to get a sweep in a second.
Well, you've got Hegney, Honda, Strickland, and Richardson out there as receivers. So you've got your strongest receiving core. And there's the fake.
Deep to Hegney.
He's dropped an open pass.
It was in his arms in the end zone. Hegney will be kicking himself.
And Hegney has made himself the favourite target of Ben Gasterov. Gasterov wouldn't necessarily be happy with that one.
Oh, that was a sitter.
He's put the dime, he's put it exactly where it needs to be. Only Hegney can make a play at that, and he's just dropped it straight off his chest.
If it hits you in the hands, you got to catch it.
Yep.
There's no two ways about it. If it hits you in the hands, it's a catchable ball. And Queensland got let off with that massively. That was a...
And it was the fake swing past Honda that opened up the deep ball. So.
Which is exactly what we just called. We're expecting a swing on a sweep to Honda. Whoa. Yeah, you want to hold up on that whistle.
It was a false start on WA.
It was very close to being a late hit on the QB as well. Whistles were flying, but... Okay, false start on WA, bringing up second down and 15 for WA at the 45-yard line.
At the halfway line.
Yes. So, as I was saying, we were expecting that swing pass to Honda into a deep pass. The only difference being they faked the swing pass.
Put it on the same play, yep.
And they hit the deep pass. We knew it was coming because it's what had been building up. Dare I say, if you've been watching this tournament and you've watched some of the scout video, you'll probably pick it yourself. Trips to the left this time for WA. Back to pass. Pressure.
And this one's deep to Jake Taylor.
Straight to Jake Taylor, who doesn't drop it and does make it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Clearfield, no flags. WA getting the score.
Jake Taylor, a first-year player with the Swan City Titans, had a really good season in his first year of football, and there is a flag on the play right back down the line.
That was late flag. Players touchdown. Dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct on 72 for the WA Raiders after the play, dead ball foul. So number 72 for WA is
Gumminganua
from Rockingham Vipers. Unsportsmanlike conduct, which is probably for celebration, I'm expecting.
Yeah, that's what you'd expect. Jake Taylor, like I was saying, Ben Gasterov quickly getting used to his new target and being, very happy with a new weapon that he's got.
So that play, however, the flag after the play, the dead ball foul, brings it back 15 yards for unsportsmanlike conduct, which is really, really killer in a game where you are now 27-21 points up. You're trying to kick a field goal and you've just moved it back 15 yards.
And Donaldson, not your normal kicker.
No.
He's kicked very low. This one he's going to have to put a little bit of extra leg into it to get the distance.
Kick is up, and he's got plenty of distance, but it's wide.
It is wide.
It is wide. Now
wide left.
If that is a deciding point in this game, 27-21, WA Raiders lead the Queensland Sun Devils. If that is a deciding point in the game, you will be kicking yourself for getting that 15-yard penalty for nothing. For nothing.
Yeah, as I say, not the normal kicker coming in, having to try and put a little bit of extra leg in it, and when you put a bit of extra leg, you always lose a bit of accuracy.
And if you lose, if WA loses game by 1 point, the question will be asked.
The question will be asked. And we've said WA have lost the last 2 games against Queensland by less than a touchdown. So,
and in a game where we said at the start of the drive, you can't have a single drive in this game where you can afford to lose a point or not score on a drive when it's a shootout, you have just put a huge amount of pressure on your defence. 27-21, WA lead Queensland in this men's AGL final. Ball taken. It's going to be reversed to Holiday Miller, who's coming back around. He slips one tackle past. I couldn't see who it was, but he comes back and makes tackle. Luke Stairs initially slips tackle from Luke Stairs. Is then stopped by James Vincent, and Luke Stairs comes in
and
to
Tim
finish
Verink,
off.
big lineman underneath the pile as well. Big Broncos lineman under there.
So, good return. Had great potential, but he sets up a first and 10 at 28-yard line for Queensland. 27-point lead, 21 WA over Queensland. We will try and get you a time check as soon as we can.
There can't be a lot left
in the quarter.
In this quarter because WA running the ball a lot on that drive.
Spread offense back to Holiday Miller. Ben Stokes keeps it, takes off on his legs. We've got a flag back down at about the 31-yard line. That's definitely going to be holding against Queensland, the position it's in. So that run, as good as it was for the first down, will be coming back.
We gotta show up.
We'll just wait for confirmation of the call. Holding against Queensland.
Call. Frustrating, especially when you get a big play, but on that one it looked like a bit of a broken down play, and when it's broken down and linemen are just blocking in the open field, you often see holding calls like that. So it's unfortunate, but it's something that you see a lot because it's a broken play. It's being made up on the spot. So,
but as a lineman, and you'll know as a lineman, you've got to remember release.
Yeah.
If you can't track him, if you can't get in front of him, you've got to release, because it's all well and good buying your QB that extra few yards, but if you negate the first down and actually lose 5 or 10, what have you achieved? And all you've done now is we've come up first down again. We're looking at first down and 15, first down and 17, I think. Can't really see from here because I have too many people in my way. It's an inside handoff to Holiday Miller, but he's stopped for nothing. Maybe a yard. Initial contact by
Reggie Churchwood making the tackle. I didn't see who made the initial contact, but Churchwood having a really good game in the middle there.
I believe it was 92 that made the initial contact. I will check. I believe it was Tahiki Wade that made the initial contact, and then it was coming and cleaned up. So Tahiki Wade making the initial contact on that play, stopping it dead.
And that looks like it's the halftime break.
That'll be quarter.
Or the quarter-time break, sorry.
So if we pan across the sideline again, just while we have a quick walk along, you'll see a whole lot of people out supporting the game today and showing their support for the teams, which is great to see. In the far right corner from our cameraman, you'll see a group under the Yamaha gazebos. You will see a group of WA Women's Raiders players from the various teams in WA. If we get them to wave, I don't know if they're paying enough attention.
They're not paying attention. They're all sitting down in the corner there.
But they are down supporting their men's team, ready for their own tournament in 16 days. Queensland back on the offensive, 4 wide, back to pass, ball gone, and it's incomplete.
Maybe a bit of miscommunication. The receiver seemed to go deep. Quarterback looked like he maybe expected him to come back at the ball there.
Yeah, he was either expecting some kind of deep hitch or a corner, and I think the receiver thought he should have been going on the fly. Either way, that brings up third down and about 14 at the 25-yard line, 26-yard line. I can't see because the yard markers are down on that side. It's going to be about 25-yard line, third down and 15 at the 25-yard line-ish. Back to pass again. Ball gone, straight across the middle. Lots of traffic, but it is caught by...
It's a first down.
He's going to be just short. He's going to be...
Oh, the referee on this side is giving it a first down. And they have moved it up.
He is down. We've got an injury on the field. I believe that's number 11 for the Queensland Sun Devils.
Number 11, Mitch Bess.
So Mitch Bess, the wide receiver from the Bayside Ravens, down in the middle of the field. I've got a feeling he knocked the wind out of himself with the ball. Now we're just waiting for, it might come to a measure because referee on the far side is giving a first down. Referee on this side is giving first down, so it's going to be first down.
Yep, when all the referees give a first down, good sign that it's a first down.
I thought that was a bit of a generous spot. I had that coming up half a yard short. But there's a reason I don't wear black and white. Although I will take that opportunity to say our referees do a fantastic job from around the country and we appreciate them greatly, and everyone from Agawa. Queensland back in, spread single back with Holiday Miller back in the backfield. Snap is off and he's back to pass. Short pass to 83 who can't bring it in. And we had Ben Middleton there ready for the tackle as soon as it was in his hands. That's going to bring up second down and 10. Second down and 10 at the 39-yard line for Queensland.
There's a big spin move in there from one of the D linemen. Personal favourite move of mine. Always love to see a spin move. Probably, you might only want to bring that out in a pass rush. You don't want to be spinning interior line too often.
I was going to say you don't want certainly if you've got a fullback in the backfield, you don't want a fullback coming through as an O lineman when you're spinning, because getting speared in the back by a fullback because you're in the way is not fun.
I'm going to say it's definitely a favourite move of mine, but
timeout, didn't catch who called, and we're just going to get a time check. 11:05 left in the game. 11:05 left in the game. WA Raiders leading the Queensland Sun Devils 27-21 with 11 minutes and 5 seconds left in the game. This is going to be another one that is going to go down to the wire, I think. WA do like making it difficult. They do like giving us half
on a show, don't they? They don't want to put anything away. They want to give the viewers their money's worth.
Keep them hooked in.
Yeah.
They don't want them switching off before the end of the game. Queensland with their spread offense. Holiday Miller back with Kerwin again. And it's going to be a pitch to Holiday Miller and a reverse and another pitch back to the QB with a deep pass. Who is wide open? No one in a mile. Absolutely no one for a mile of 87 for the Queensland Sun Devils.
Well, you see the reverse and the trick play. We said it earlier, there's no good having plays left in your playbook at the end of this one, because this is it. And Queensland bringing out some trickery and it works.
If you're ever going to pull out a reverse flea flicker, that's the time to do it.
That's the time to do it.
So, waiting on the conversion, but that brings up 27-27. WA Raiders, Queensland Sun Devils, AGL 2018 is essentially a championship game. It's the last round, both teams coming in undefeated. 27-27 with 11 minutes left in the game.
And that's our mystery man, Hok Tanoa, making the
bubbled snap, but the kick is good. Queensland 28-27, and there's where I said about that 1 point could make all the difference. 28-27, Queensland take the lead for the first time in this game with 11 minutes left in the game here in the fourth quarter at Curtin University in Perth. Queensland are fired up again. Trick play, reverse flea flicker, with Thomas Kerwin making the pass.
With a little fumble in the middle there, just to get the crowd on the edge of their seat.
So, as Geordie said, and he said a few times in this game, there is no point leaving anything behind now. It's all or nothing, especially in the fourth quarter of this game. WA have to come out, have to score, and then their defense have to come in and get a big stop. Because we are getting to do or die time now. If the Coach Honda will be telling the WA guys if there is anything left in the tank, use it now.
It goes to Doug Stewart.
Oh, big hit. Big hit by Darius Holiday Miller on Doug Stewart. But Doug manages to hold on to the ball, and it will be spotted at the 29-yard line.
Doug Stewart is a running back, so he's used to copying some big shots there.
So not much of a return there.
No, not much of a return. Queensland trying to kick it short to keep away from the danger men. So Vince Filicano in the second half has looked dangerous running the ball and returning the ball. So they just want to keep it out of the danger man's hands.
And I'm expecting the run to be used slightly here to set up the deep pass again.
Yep.
The WA are going to be looking to strike blood quick, get the defence back out, get a shutdown drive, and then come out and score again because there ain't much time left in this game.
Pelicano straight up the middle. He gets nothing on that one.
And there's nothing going. Stopped for nothing. It's going to bring up second down and 10 at the 30-yard line for WA. Trying Vince Villicano. Again, I feel like this is just building up to that pass. I'm going to call it again. I'm going to say an option or a swing pass to Brant Honda, and then they'll be looking at a deep pass to Hegney or Strickland.
Or Richardson outside, who,
or Richardson.
As we know, he is a flyer out this edge.
And there's the swing pass.
It's brought down. Honda brought down. Honda
gain of 3.
Not being able to be his damaging self.
No,
this game.
Gain of 4. Now, they'll be looking to go for the deep pass here, but they may go for something short, secure the first down, and then go for the deep pass. But don't be surprised if you see Hegney or Strickland take off down the sideline, or Brant Honda take off down the sideline, and Ben Gastrov sit back in that pocket and try and hit that deep pass. Possibly off a play action or a...
The O-line have given him a lot of time to pass the ball.
They have.
They haven't been blocking particularly well for the run, but in terms of passing, he's had as long as he wants.
Here he is back in the pocket. Shorter pass, looking for the first down.
It's Hegney on the sidelines. Are they going to say that's caught out of bounds, incomplete pass?
Can't see from here, so I'm going to rely on you. No, it's going to be a first down. So there's a short pass for first down. They may go back to the run here. They need to keep
Queensland
Queensland
questions
honest.
on the sideline. If the whistle's blown as soon as he caught it and ruled out of bounds, how is it a complete pass? And I'm wondering the same.
If he caught it inbounds but stepped immediately out,
that's the only thing I can think of.
It's a toe down catch.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Queensland asking the question, referees not having any of it.
The referees would have made it clear at the start of the game we're not even going to entertain.
And there has been plenty of warnings, sideline warnings and stuff. So.
Or big pressure coming from 27 on the backside, but deep pass as expected.
Oh!
But couldn't quite pull it in.
Hegney in double coverage. That was a brave one. That ball tipped in the air. Had one of those DBs stayed down, that's a chance for interception. Both of them making a play on the ball, which, you know, incomplete pass to what you want as a defense, but that's very dangerous to throw into double coverage like that.
Both teams, I feel right now, with the exception of the trick play, both teams sticking to their game plan, because if you look at their scout video, if you look at the way they've set up, both teams have stuck to pretty much what we're calling what we're expecting. Pass play from WA again, cross them. It's completed.
Honda gets the first
completed
down.
for first down to Brant Honda, so WA still moving.
Or just short of the first down.
Is it going to be spotted just short? About third down and about 6 inches. So WA third down and very, very short on the basically 40-yard line. Probably going to look to punch this through and just get the first down and then go for another drive. So yep, that's coming straight through the middle. I believe that was Vince Villicano.
It was, yes.
Coming straight through the middle for the first down. Smart play. Fourth quarter, down by 1 point.
Yeah, get the first down.
Punch it through, get the first down, eat away at that clock. Then you can start to build up to that big pass again.
Are you surprised that we haven't seen as much power run from WA?
Yes, I'm very surprised I haven't seen much two-back set yet, because the Sun Devils' defensive line has been good, but I really feel like outside pitch plays with a two-back set could exploit their linebackers.
Like I say, that WA had a lot of success late in both the last two games with the power play, power running plays. So
I feel like having people like Doug Stewart and Drew in the backfield would help.
And that's a deep ball again.
Straight to Strickland, who's up and
it's incomplete.
It's incomplete.
Is that interception? The referee.
No, it's been deemed incomplete. It's been deemed incomplete. It was called incomplete. That was some impressive defensive action there. From our angle, we can't see what was going on down there because there's too many people in our way, but certainly Queensland sideline not particularly happy about that one.
There is a chat between the refs.
Incomplete.
Queensland are adamant that was caught.
Queensland are absolutely adamant that was a interception, but the referee says no, incomplete pass. The referee had already called it an incomplete pass before anything
we're
was
getting
said.
from behind us from the camera that it was incomplete.
So from the replay, from our cameraman, it was an incomplete pass. So good call by the ref. Sure about that call.
4th and about 2 or 3. WA going to go for
WA
it.
have got to go for it.
They will go for
7 minutes 45 left, give or
What do you
take
see?
in the game.
It's about 2 or 3
About
yards.
2 yards.
Do you see them try and run it? Do you see Ben Gastrov trying to sneak over?
I see them trying to run it, but I see Queensland absolutely scouting it. I see how many Queensland drop back this time. Queensland dropping quite a lot back in cover, so that's going to come straight through the middle. And Vince Villicano is going to go straight through the first down, which really strange call by the Queensland Sun Devils. You had 4 players back at 10, 12 yards deep, when to me that was an obvious inside run play.
Yeah. But
Now,
WA's danger is deep, so maybe they were thinking WA might be trying to go for it all on that one.
But if you've done your scout, you look at it and you go, they're going to go for the first down. 7 minutes 45 left in the game, down by 1 point. You're not going to risk a deep incompletion for the sake of 2 yards when you want to keep eating the clock.
And there is a Queensland player down on the sidelines. We can't see the number because he's right at the end of the box, but we'll try and get information on that player.
Got a blue helmet on. He's back up now. It's number 1 for the Queensland Sun Devils, Louis Baris from the Brisbane Wildcats. I do apologise to anyone if we're calling any of these names wrong, pronouncing them wrong. I do apologise, but we do our best.
So he is still down on this sideline, being with one of the trainers or one of the Queensland officials at the moment.
It looks like a bit of a shoulder injury. WA reverse handoff to Brent Honda. He's got people everywhere, but he slipped 2 tackles, still on his feet, and a massive hit from number 24 for Queensland. Huge hit, taking it back for a loss of about 6. That was number 24 for Queensland. Goss and Kaneki, the safety from the Ipswich Cougars, came flying in. Brent Honda going off the field.
He went back a long way that time, but I mean, when it's Brent, you always, you never say
never say never.
Never say never, but
he's back for 8 yards though, so we're going to bring up 2nd down and 18 at the 38-yard line for the WA Raiders.
And it's Denzel Purnell coming in to that slot position vacated by Brent Honda.
I imagine Brent Honda will be going off for concussion protocols after that one because that was a big hit. Just going to get a time check for you. 6:27 left in game. 6:27 left in game. Queensland leading WA 28-27. 6:27 left in the game here at Curtin University in Perth. We are getting down to do or die time. There is nothing left after this game. Winner takes all.
Yep.
Both teams came in undefeated, and this will be deciding the championship. However, as I said, while we wait for the timeout that's been called, I believe, by the referees, this will not be the end of football in Perth this year. In 16 days, we have the Women's AGL kicking off, tournament style, all being hosted here in Perth, with the WA Raiders women's team entering their first ever competition. There'll be 4 teams in this year competing for that title, and it will be a great event. So please get down here if you can, or follow the live stream online. WA back, 4 receivers. Ben Gastrov in the pocket, taking off on his own. He slips, but he's still on his feet. Still going, but gets hit very, very low, but not before he
Looks like he picks up the 10, but
I think he gets the first down.
No, that's double
sorry,
sticks.
Double stick, sorry. I think
So
he gets back to the original
10,
stick.
So it'll be third and
10
still.
3rd and 10. Good running by Ben Gastrov. Despite the fact he lost his footing and tripped about 8 yards back, he still managed to stay up. So 3rd down and 10 for WA. Don't forget also this year in July, the Australian Outback Juniors will be travelling to Mexico to compete in the Under-19s Championships. So you'll be able to catch that online. If you wish to donate support, please look for your local players and see what you can do. WA take a snap pass out to the left to Hegney. Hegney has the reception, slips 1 tackle and is stopped,
like
and he's going to come up just short.
WA will
He's
go
going to
for
come
it again.
4th down and about half a yard by the looks of it. 4th down and about half a yard at about the 18-yard line. Maybe a yard. So yeah, if you want to support your local Outback player in endeavours to travel to Mexico to compete in the Under-19 Championships, please do get online, check out who your local team is, who your local player is. Score currently 28-27. Queensland Sun Devils over the WA Raiders. Timeout called WA. In addition to both of those tournaments, the Women's AGL in 16 days here in Perth and the Junior World Championships to be held in Mexico, where our Junior Outback players, our under-19s, will be travelling to take part in a competition against some of the best in the world, including the USA, Canada and Mexico. You can get involved in football yourself. If you're watching this at home thinking, I'd love to be involved in this, what can I do? How can I get involved? Jump on to Gridiron Australia's Facebook page or website. Each state has their own page. 4 minutes 40 seconds left in the game.
Seconds left in the game.
Time check, 4 minutes 40 seconds left in the game. 4th down and 2 for WA. So as I was saying, jump onto the Gridiron Australia Facebook page or website. Look, find your local team. Each state has their own page, and there are teams everywhere. So jump on, get involved.
Juniors.
Men's, women's, juniors, Colts. So in WA we have juniors, under-19s, men's and women's. In a lot of the other states they also have Colts as their under-19s, and they have a junior division which is from about 12 up. If you're thinking, I'm too old, too broken, not fit enough to play, go down and get involved anyway. There are plenty of other ways to get involved. We always need volunteers, we always need back office staff, we always need supporters, we always need people to help out on game day. So please contact your local team and see how you can get involved.
WA
4th down and
about 2 yards.
Back to pass, hit as he's passed and it's picked. Ben Gastron takes a big hit as he makes a pass and it is picked off, and there's going to be a flag against Denzel Purnell.
Is it against Denzel?
It is going to be
against the...
I believe it's going to be against Denzel Purnell. Ben Gastrov throws up an
Number 6
interception.
isn't happy because he also laid a big block, so he could be a block in the
pass,
last
hit as he's passed and it's picked. Ben Gastrov takes a big hit as he makes a pass and it is picked off, and there's going to be a flag.
He was blocking the back against Queensland.
Number 6
Denzel
Queensland.
Purnell, but
Is it against
that being
Denzel,
said,
or is it against
the
Queensland?
interception
Now have
still
the ball and the
stands.
lead.
28-27 Queensland over WA. 4 minutes left in the game. Queensland take over the ball on their own. The spot, I believe it's a 15-yard line. Their own 15-yard line, first and 10 on their own 15. 28-27 up with 4 minutes left in the game.
Gastrov threw that one whilst getting hit,
But
so
he was being hit.
pressure
That
from the
being
D-line,
said,
and
the interception
now have
still
their quarterback not
stands.
balanced.
28-27. So this is going to be key from the WA defence, because Sun Devils will be looking to late handoff, play action to Holiday Miller, stays just on his feet, and it's going to be their own 15-yard line, first and 10. Slightly short of the first down, he's going to be about 8-yard gain on that one. The WA defence will be looking to get this back. With under 4 minutes left in the game, he was being hit again. I say, still full time. Will that 28-20? So this is going to be key for the WA defence, because will that celebration, late handoff, play action to Holiday Miller, stays just on his feet, and it's
the
going to
game, and it would be unfortunate
slightly
if
short of the first down.
special teams play like that, costs WA the tournament. But that's what happens in football. Queensland have come over here to
Everyone's come in to win.
and it's straight in the middle again.
Hand off to Holiday Miller, just meets a brick wall, although he does manage to topple it on the way through, and Johnny Leilua just gets taken out on the way through.
First down. It would be unfortunate if special teams play like
I do
that.
apologise, apparently he gets looping on the feed again, so I'm just telling, yes, we're fixing it as we speak, so apologies if you get some looping, it should be fixed now. Okay, so thankfully the players are moving out my way now, so I can see. So WA defending first down and 10 by Queensland. Both the Bayside Ravens players back in now. Benjamin Stokes and Holiday Miller. Benjamin Stokes keeps it this time and takes off himself, sliding in.
Is there a flag?
There's calls for a flag from Queensland.
I thought that was a. He made it. He did slide, he went feet first, he wasn't fighting for yards, and a WA player came over the top. I think WA very lucky there not to have a flag.
I must admit, the coach stood exactly in my way just as a play happened. So I will take your word for it.
To me, it looked like the quarterback was giving himself up, and WA were very lucky on that one. As soon as the quarterback slides feet first, you got to leave him. You can't hit them.
2nd down and 3, spread formation, both Bayside Ravens players in the backfield this time. Holiday Miller and Benjamin Stokes taking snaps, 4 wide, hand off to Benjamin. No, fake to Holiday Miller. Ben Stokes keeps it, slips 2 tackles, and manages to make it back probably about a yard.
Brought down eventually by Pat Burling.
Pat Burling, who's slow to get up.
Fight for an extra couple of yards on that one, which is going to put him very close to a first down.
3rd down and about 1.5 at the 40-yard line, just over the 40-yard line. 3rd down and about 1.5. Ben Stokes fighting for yards there. Both Bayside, as I said, both Bayside Ravens players back in the backfield now. Ben Stokes and Darius Holiday Miller back in the backfield together now, so expect some more option stuff running because they do have that chemistry, and that's equally going to eat the clock. And at 28-27, fast approaching the 2-minute warning.
Hey, if we go back out there, we gotta win.
Queensland do not want to make this journey home without a W. They do not want to make this journey home without a championship. WA sideline getting fired up.
WA had the long flight back last time after a loss.
And it's so much more painful. Everything hurts that bit more when you've lost.
Oh, definitely.
Spread formation, WA pushing up. No one deep for WA, so watch out. Ben Stokes keeping the ball and stopped for a sack. Great stop by WA. Stopped for a loss of about 6 yards.
Will Tahiki Wade. He's the Defensive Player of the Year in WA and showing right there coming up at a big moment, making a big play for WA.
4th down and about 8 for Queensland, and they're calling punt. 4th down and 8 for Queensland, and they're calling punt. I'll try and get a time check because this is getting crucial time now.
This is where WA, last game we said, okay, perfectly for WA as a block punt. They blocked it and scored a touchdown in this situation. So,
and if they could do that again, that'd be amazing. Just going to get a time check from Mr. Marshman. 147 left in the game. This is going to come down to dying seconds again.
Yep.
Queensland calling for punt now. I'll be intrigued to see if they do actually punt here. I imagine they will because it's going to be a dangerous position. Up by 1 point.
4th and about 8 after the sack. So
4th and 8 after a sack on your own 33.
I would be surprised if they didn't punt, but
what it does do is give WA 1 minute and 47 seconds to go out and do this.
You'd imagine they'll keep it away from Honda again because, as we said, he's been quiet this game, but he's ready to explode at any moment, you know that.
Especially after that hit, I imagine Honda will be fired up after that hit. And Gastrov will be coming back out after that interception, looking to put a nail in the coffin of this game.
And
they only need a field goal.
Damian Donaldson, the other one, dropping back to return.
They do like to make these games not good for my heart. Snap is clean, punt is good.
Just to the sidelines.
To Brant Honda, who takes it. There's a block sprung, and he's off along the sideline, and he's raced off to the races before being taken out
at the
about the 40-yard line. So it's going to be spotted about the 41-yard line. WA taking over with about 1 minute and 40 seconds
so in the end,
left in the game.
In the end, the punt only nets about 5 yards.
Yes.
That's huge. What Brant Honda can do, and like I said, I was surprised they kicked to him.
Minute 40 seconds left.
With 1:40 to go, I wouldn't be kicking at Brant Honda.
Minute 40 seconds left. WA have got to be looking to set up a run, get a bit of yardage, but they've got to be looking end zone. They don't want to leave them too much clock.
1-3-2.
1-3-2 left in the clock. 1-3-2 left on the clock. Now,
WA's used at least one timeout, so I think they have 2, they may only have 1.
Now, we know Damian Donaldson has a range. If we get within the red zone, Damian Donaldson can probably hit that field goal.
It is only a point, yes.
And it's 1 point.
Gastrov to
back
air
to
it
pass.
out.
Pass
to Hegney.
Oh, Hegney. I thought that was going to be a pass interference call, but it doesn't matter because he was off the play. It's going to be short of first down. Did he get out of bounds is my question.
I believe he did.
So he got out of bounds, so it brings up 2nd down and about 2. Hegney having the presence of mind to get out of bounds, stop that clock. So we'll be under 1.5 minutes left now.
Hegney been Gastrov's favourite target all tournament.
He has.
Not surprising he goes back to him. He did drop an open touchdown earlier in the game, but Ben still trusting to go back to his favourite target.
A lot of Saints players out there at the moment. Ben Gastrov back to pass again, hits Brant Honda on the outside, who gets outside for the first down again, stopping that clock, bringing it down to about 1:23, 1:22 maybe, left in this game, but key point stopping that clock. WA driving, moving up to the first down and 10 at about the 29-yard line.
So ideally for WA, you're scoring and you're going for...
Timeout call by Queensland, they're looking to get their heads.
You're going for 2 because a field goal doesn't come into it, does it?
No.
So you're going for 2 when you're scoring.
1:22 left in the game. Timeout called by Queensland. This is a timeout. This isn't a clock management timeout because WA got out of bounds. They've stopped the clock already. It's to no advantage to you to change your clock to stop the clock when you're in the lead. However, this is a coach's timeout. This is guys. You have 1:22 seconds left. This is 6 months of work. This is every game you've played. This is every drop of sweat. This is every bit of blood, every tear, every bump, every bruise, every bit of pain you've experienced over the last 6 months comes down to this 1:22 seconds. And I'm sure the WA coaches will be telling the same. Everything you've put into this tournament, everything you've done for this state, for this team, comes down to 1:22 seconds. Who can finish it off? 1 point in it, 28-27. Queensland Sun Devils lead the WA Raiders at 28-27 points. 1:22 seconds left in the game.
Both sidelines very loud at the moment. I'm sure you can probably hear some of the Queensland sidelines through our mics.
WA sideline, the supporters are going off now. Everyone going very quiet on WA sideline as the offense goes to take off. Ben Gastrov back to pass, deep pass to Hankney. Well covered, double coverage. Stops the clock, going to be about 1:10 left in the game. Second down and 10. WA, about 1:10 left in the clock.
Taking a shot on first down, so they've still got downs to work with, but
throwing into double coverage though.
Yeah, he overthrew, like I say, the coverage is underneath, so overthrowing it, no real risk there of an interception, but obviously the receiver couldn't get down there either. So
throwing into double coverage. 116.
116 from our resident timekeeper here.
It's Tom Marshall, thank you very much. So, apologies for our insults from the last game. 116 left in the game. WA back to pass. Big pressure coming in. Ben Gastrov takes off down the middle. Oh! Big hit, but it looks like number 6 takes out his own player. He does. That's going to be a first down for WA, but number 6 takes out his own player.
Really big helmet-to-helmet shot there. With 2 ejections already in the game.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that.
I'm surprised there's no flag on that.
Damien Malloy took out Jason Leon on that
play. He got his own teammate, so, you know.
Ben Gastrov managed to get down just in time.
But with 2 ejections, I am surprised that doesn't draw a flag and maybe the refs chat about it. But
look, when he was going down already, that was a lot of speed to be carrying into a tackle of a player that's already sliding. I mean,
Gastrov getting the first down on a run. It looks like WA may have called a timeout. I think they have.
Did.
Yep, sorry. So I missed that.
But Ben Gastrov was lucky there. He managed to...
104 left.
Ben Gastrov was lucky there. He got just under that. Because if he'd taken that full brunt of contact to the side of the helmet, that would have been the end of the game for Ben Gastrov with 1:04 left in the game.
Yeah, and Nathan McCann, we said, hasn't taken a lot of snaps this game. He wasn't even sure he was going to be here. He has his, he's got a baby shower, his partner, but looks like congratulations, but looks like he's been able to make some magic.
Swing it.
So he could have come in. He is available on the sidelines, I believe I can see him. But
1:04 left in the game. 18 yard line. First and 10 for WA. We are almost just about in range for Bluey Donaldson to hit a field goal here. We probably want an extra 5 or 10 yards to be sure. Out to Hegney, and it's incomplete to the sideline. That's going to bring up about 55 seconds left in the game. The clock stops.
Down. WA working those sidelines. All the routes have been out routes and towards the sidelines.
Absolutely, and they have to be, because you've got to keep that clock.
Yeah.
When you've got about 55 seconds left in the game, down by 1 point, WA have got to... Their primary will be getting a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's always your primary. But in the back of Coach Honda's mind, I have absolutely no doubt, is get as close as possible.
Yeah, you can see Coach
hit
Honda
a field goal.
And Bluey Donaldson on the sidelines actually chatting at the moment.
Bluey will be warming up his leg. Pass by Ben Gastrov to Hegney, who catches it and gets out of bounds just shy of the first down. He's probably got about 9 yards there.
So this is about where Bluey's range is. So, well,
So he picked up about, they've given him 7 yards on that, so it's going to be third down and about 3.
Alternatively, you say WA trying to salvage clock so they can score. Every second that goes puts Queensland, if WA do score, less time.
55 seconds left in the game, confirmed by Tom Austin.
Queensland also have to be watching the clock because they may potentially have to have another series.
And that's the thing. from WA's point of view, 55 seconds left in the game, you score a field goal and you give Queensland 40 seconds left on the clock, or 30 seconds left on the clock. They have 30 seconds, your defense has got to do everything. Ben Gastrov back, short pass off to the side. Is he going to go in for the touchdown? Vince Finicano stopped just
the sideline
short.
and the first down.
Exactly, gets the first down at about a 2-yard line. That's going to bring us up about 45 seconds left in the game, stops the clock, first down at about 2 or 3 yards.
And
Vince
now, comfortably
well,
within Bluey's field goal range.
with 35 seconds left, or 45 seconds left, you can run 3 plays, burn that clock down to the final 5 seconds, kick that field goal and be done with this game. But
they're not going to, because it is Bluey as the backup kicker.
exactly. The risk you run there is the 3 plays you have a turnover, which is what Queensland will be going for, or something goes wrong with a snap, the kick goes awry, and that game is done. So you want that touchdown. Ben Gastrov punching through the middle.
Looks like they're just getting it ready for Bluey. Looks like they're just trying to centre the ball, possibly for
timeout. Timeout Queensland.
Queensland, okay, as I was just saying, Queensland now mindful that they're going to have a series here.
And it looks like the field goal unit are coming out for WA on second down with about 30 seconds to go. I'm surprised. I'm going to try and get a time check, because I'm surprised they're going for a field goal on second down with 30 seconds to go, because you don't want to give Queensland 20 seconds with the ball. I don't want to give them anything.
Do WA have any timeouts left? We're not sure. 42.
42 seconds left on the clock. 42 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if WA go for a field goal. I would be amazed if WA went for a field goal on second down with 42 seconds left on the clock at this range.
Well, substitutions have been made. The receivers are out of the game. I'm trying to see where is Ben Gastrov?
I think he's off.
I can't see him on the sidelines. Is he in the middle of the huddle there calling that play?
Maybe. I'm wondering if they're going to go for one more. No, he's not out there.
He must be on the sidelines.
They're going for the field goal.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, he is on the sidelines.
They're going for the field goal with 42 seconds left on the clock.
Surprising.
On a second down play at this distance. I can't even say anything at the minute.
That's good.
It's good. It's good. That makes the score 30-28 WA over Queensland. However, there are going to be 35 seconds left on the clock.
A lot of time left on the clock.
35 seconds is an eternity in football.
We're not sure how many timeouts.
Queensland only have 1 timeout, I believe.
Okay, so they may have 2.
I believe they only have 1. I will try and get clarification from the referees. None. Sun Devils have no timeouts left. About 35 seconds left on the clock. 0 timeouts. Score is 30-28. WA Raiders over Queensland Sun Devils. 30-28 with that field goal from Damien Bluey Donaldson, taking WA to 30-28, kicking off. I'm just going to get a confirmation on time, but confirm Sun Devils have no timeouts left. 40 seconds. Queensland have no timeouts. Now, that makes a bit more sense in terms of going for a second down. Still would have liked, personally, to have run the clock a little bit more. But, line drive kick,
it's
live and it's bobbled and down dead.
Well, they go the squib, which the reason for the squib is it's a live football. They can't fair catch it and kill the clock, or get a return. So that's the logic behind the squib kick. It generally goes to one of the blockers in the front, and as you saw there, he bobbled it and dropped. And as soon as he was on his knees, college rules. As soon as you're on your knees, you are down. So that's where the ball is from.
So that brings up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line for Queensland, with about 30 seconds left on the clock.
The WA sideline is up and about.
Back to pass. Ball gone deep. There's coverage there. If this gets picked, this is over. Oh!
Paul Marmot and Ben Middleton there trying to make a play on the ball.
Paul Marmot and Ben Middleton for the Perth Blitz, both there ready to make a play. incomplete. What it does do is give Queensland another try with about 22 seconds left on the clock, I think.
Queensland have to pass and have to get out of bounds. Can't run the ball.
30 to 28, WA Raiders lead the Queensland Sun Devils. 30 to 28 with about 22 seconds left in the clock. I'm just looking for clarification. Second down and 10 at their own 30-yard line. The WA sideline is going crazy and the Queensland sideline is just intently watching. Back to pass. He's got time, he's looking, he's gone deep across the middle. And it's intercepted. So nearly picked off there by Ben Middleton.
Ben Middleton.
So nearly picked off. He had it in his
Honda and
arms.
Middleton, and
there's going to be about 12 seconds left in this game. There might be 2 plays left in it if they're quick, but I reckon this might be time if this play runs for a deep pass, and they're going to be looking for the end zone here. Thomas Corwin, dare I say, all the pressure on him right now because it's all or bust.
yep.
If this play runs for a long time, if they look for the deep pass, this could be time.
Could be.
They've been saved by the fact there's been 2 incomplete passes, but at most they've got 2 plays left unless they get a first down. They've got no timeouts. They have to get first down and out of bounds. Ball across the middle,
and it's
incomplete. But there's a flag in the middle, which I think is going to be a pass interference.
nearly picked, nearly bobbled, and nearly
Pass interference against WA. Pass interference against WA.
What's the flag?
Pass interference against WA
Against Middleton?
I didn't get a number, but it's an automatic first down. This is going down to the wire.
WA like to get the heart
First
going.
down and 10 for Queensland at their own 40-yard line after the pass interference call against WA. We're just trying to shout across for a time check. We can't get the referee's attention for a time check at the minute, but we are looking probably at the last play of the game. Everything on Thomas Corwin, he's back to pass, it's going to go end zone or bust. And it's incomplete. No, it's complete, but it was inbound, so clock's still running, no timeouts.
The referees have called a referee.
Oh, WA
They're trying to
will not
work
be
out
happy
whether
about
it
that.
was caught or not. I think that's what they're discussing. The chains.
WA will not be happy about that. If Queensland can get this play off before the clock runs out, this will be their last shot at end zone. If this is deemed complete, this is going to be a first down. I'm looking to our cameraman to see if we had a replay. It's been deemed a completed pass, I believe.
No, incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. So this is going to be the one last shot.
It's got to be close.
Yep, looking at our cameraman, he told me it was incomplete, so good call by the referees. So,
Well, to be honest, that probably works out for Queensland because it was short, so they would have had to get up to the line really quickly.
Really quick, but this is going to be the last time.
This is
11
seconds. So
11
time,
seconds left.
Time for 2 if they're quick.
2 if they're really quick. If they get an incomplete pass, and then they might get 2, but 11 seconds. The WA sideline is fired up. The Queensland sideline is silent. It's almost people holding their breath on this sideline. Thomas Corwin back to pass. He scrambles to the left. Pressure coming. He's got a pass off, but it's
bubbled.
out of bounds,
And the
I
referees
believe.
ruled that incomplete.
Incomplete, out of bounds.
So this will be the last play.
So this will be the last play. There must be about 2 seconds left on the clock. So this will definitely be the last play of this AGL tournament. WA Raiders currently lead the Queensland Sun Devils 30 to 28. Final play. Seconds. About 2 seconds left in the game. This will be the last play of the game. Short of a flag, 4 seconds.
4 seconds.
4 seconds. Short of a flag, this will be the last play of the game. This is end zone or bust for Queensland. Absolutely do or die now. And WA have to hold. WA have 2 players pretty much parked in the end zone at this.
Does Queensland have any trick plays, any hook and ladder or anything, or they just go straight for the end zone?
I think you just go straight for the end zone. You can't risk a trick play. Thomas Corwin back, scrambles right this time. Pressure coming, deep pass. Everyone back. And it's intercepted by WA. Intercepted by WA. That'll be game. That's WA 30. Queensland Sun Devils 28 in the AGL Championship.
Oh, they've ruled it
game.
incomplete, but is that time?
That must be time. Referee's walking around with a ball, which is probably going to indicate time. Just waiting for the official signal. WA sideline has gone mental. That'll be time. WA Raiders take the AGL Championship out from the Queensland Sun Devils, who have beaten them the last 2 AGLs in a row. 30-28 on a last minute and a half field goal by Damien Donaldson, who is a standing kicker for Blake Marklew, who was injured.
And we've said it all tournament. Special teams for WA has won them games.
It has. But how much did that 1 point really make all the difference?
It influenced the game, that's for sure.
Wow. Great game, both teams. Great game, Queensland Sun Devils. Well done on getting this far. Great game at WA Raiders. Well done on finally taking out the AGL Championship, taking it away from Sun Devils. They've given us some heart-stopping games this season. It's been non-stop. I think for Queensland, the Queensland player of the game it's a close one. I think Thomas Corwin had an amazing game. I think Ben Stokes had an amazing game, but I think the difference that Darius Holiday-Miller made in that game was
in the second half.
He got ejected in the first half, and then coming back and hitting those 2 scores in the second half. So
can't rule out the mystery man that we didn't know. He had a big influence in
87.
Yep, 87. But for WA, I mean, what
who do you
pick? Gastrov had a really good game, but a pick towards the end that was costly. There
were silly mistakes. There were great plays.
Honda had a quiet game by his standards, but
Vince Villicano kept them in the game.
Yep.
Brent Honda had plays.
Hegney had some great receptions.
Hegney had some great receptions. What do you even say? I mean, I don't think I could pick someone for WA. I mean, it's been an outstanding game. Well done to all the players, all the coaches, all the support staff. Brilliant games by all. Well done, everyone. Great game.
We'll see if we can grab Ben quickly.
Give Ben Gastro
How are you feeling after that?
Headset.
Words cannot describe the feeling I have right now. It's been a long time coming. I'm so proud of this team, the coaches. I believe this is the best Raiders team we've ever had. I've been around to see it. I'm just so overwhelmed right now. We work so hard. I just want to thank everybody in Gridiron West, everybody involved in AGL, and everybody involved in the Raiders. Thank you all.
Outstanding game, guys.
Thanks,
outstanding game.
Thanks,
great job, outstanding game. Great job by the WA Raiders. Great job by Queensland Sun Devils for coming across. Both teams coming into this game undefeated. It was always going to be a tough game. It was always going to be a shootout. It was always going to be hard fought. But when it came down to it in the dying minutes of the game, the WA Raiders take out the AGL Championship 30-27.
We got Sel is dancing and
Denzel Burnell giving us some breakdancing in the middle of the field. Fantastic effort by all teams involved. Well done, WA, on taking out the win finally. Great, amazing effort by Queensland. Amazing effort by all the teams in the AGL this season. It was great to see Victoria back in the fold. It was great to see the Gridiron Australia expanding the AGL and teams travelling and putting on such great shows. There have been some amazing games across the country during this tournament, and WA have put on a fantastic performance to walk away 4-0 AGL champions. What an effort. Well done, guys.
You see them saluting the crowd. The crowd really got into it towards the end of the game there. As we've said all game, we've got our Raiders women down the corner there. They've watched this and they're thinking now.
They're fired up.
They're fired up for a couple of weeks.
16 days until the women's Raiders face off against the other states for the women's AGL here in Perth, 28th of May. Things kick off tournament style here, with the entire tournament being hosted here in Perth. First time WA Raiders have entered a women's team for this year after the expansion of the division last year. It'd be great to see them in action, and great to see them against the other players in the tournament. It's going to be an amazing tournament here in Perth. And then, fast forwarding to July, you have the junior Outback team, the under-19s, travelling to Mexico, all the way to Mexico. What an incredible opportunity for our under-19s to take part in the Junior World Championships against some of the best teams in the world. They'll be playing off against the likes of Canada, Germany, Mexico, and the USA. And when you look at the USA World Under-19s team, Team USA, previous names that have come through it, Jameis Winston comes to mind straight off the bat. There have been huge names come through Team USA over the years. It's going to be a huge experience for our boys and an incredible experience for them to travel to Mexico and play off against the best players in the world. If you want to get involved in football yourself, there are teams across the country. Sorry if you're picking up the dog barking, he's picking up the sideline microphone. There are teams across the country. Every state pretty much has teams. There are divisions for under-19s, women's and men's in most states. Jump on Gridiron Australia Facebook or website. Look up your local team. Jump on your state team's website or Facebook page. Contact your local team. See how you can get involved. Doesn't matter if you don't think you're fit enough, you don't think you're good enough, you don't think you're the right size. Players of every shape, size, fitness and ability are welcome. They are always needed, and there is a position for everyone on the field, as you've probably seen from the games in the AGL. Think you can't play but still want to be involved? Teams always need support staff, they need coaches, they need assistants, they need board members. Everyone needs something, so contact your local team. If you run a business, or if you want to donate, jump on to the local states and see how you can donate money to your local team to help them with their funds. No one gets paid in this league, everyone paid to play. See how you can donate to help your local team. Jump on, you can donate to help local players. So if you want to support our Outback players, go online and see how you can support our Outback players in their fundraising efforts. Other than that, again, well done to the WA Raiders. Commiserations to Queensland Sun Devils. What a game again. WA taking it down to the wire again for us. Fantastic game, fantastic tournament. Well done, everyone. Thank you to everyone for joining us online. We appreciate you joining us. We hope we kept you entertained, or at least kept you informed if you haven't got us on mute. Thank you very much, and we will hopefully hear from you again soon.
Ta-ta.